I mean,
Okay,
Are we ready?
there it is. There it is.
Are we gonna start?
Yes.
Oh, are these
Yeah.
my little pips? They are. My gumption is ready.
Look, if I waited until I was 100% ready to do things, I never would have started DMing.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. There's a lot of things. Like, knowing what you're getting into
Right.
is usually just a bad idea if you're starting
Yeah.
stuff.
After a certain point, I was like, I guess I
Blindly.
should just try this.
Just blindly go.
In the words of Dark Helmet, preparing, you're always preparing. Just go! Free on YouTube with ads, by the way.
Oh.
Interesting.
I've been having that on in the background while I'm gaming.
Not bad.
Also, like the Jaws series for some reason. There's a lot of cool movies
YouTube
on there.
has a
free with
lot
ads.
of free for ads stuff, actually. It works for them. Although I do get grumpy when they put public domain movies up free for ads because they're public domain.
Because they're in the public domain.
and
yeah.
so I feel like they should be free.
Being true, like,
And,
you can't put an ad on everything, you fuckers.
And I have noticed the trend that when YouTube does that, all the YouTube, like other people's uploads of that movie go away. So I think I'm
Yeah.
a little.
The other thing
you
that
know,
gets on my ass is if I
jaded.
watch a video and there's an ad when the video concludes. It's like, I watched it all though. Why are you showing me an ad now?
I would rather have the ad at the very end because then I can just
No,
get
no,
up
no,
and
no, no.
go.
That's
you know?
after it's shown me ads during the thing too.
Ah.
Beginning,
Watch
during,
the thing,
and end.
ads, and then it ends and it plays an ad. And I'm just like, why would, for what reason would I possibly watch this advertisement?
I am a
Yeah.
premium user. I don't know what you peasants are talking about.
It must be nice.
Oh, man. Ad block user, I don't know what you peasants are talking about.
But still, I get hit because, you know, then like they're pushing products in their videos.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
sponsors for the actual. Although that's at
At
least
least you can go skip.
Yeah, you can scroll past that.
You can skip those, and also technically it supports the
Yeah, it
creator.
benefits
If you like it, then that's. I mean,
Sometime-
technically the ads do too.
Sometimes
some of them try
with
to make
those included ones, they at least try and stick with stuff that's thematic to what they talk about, and it's not just random bullcrap.
Okay.
Or they have like a funny skit to
Yeah,
do
they
around
skit
it or
with
something like
yeah,
that.
Stuff. Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Kingdom of Steam.
Choo choo.
Thank you. Last time on Kingdom of Steam, you got an order from the king to come to Stillmarch. Little town.
Was it Order 66?
No, there was no number attached. No numbers. When there are numbers, then you can worry. I don't know. That's how it works.
Okay. So still March.
Still
yes.
March, and because there's some creepy goings on there that required your particular expertise to investigate. However, you still hadn't heard back from Bartholomew. He'd been off doing something, and when you got there and started investigating, you ran into him again. Bartholomew's been told to come here by Lucky, your new sword.
His cherub
Sword.
turned sword.
On orders from Eli, because celestial magic is being used outside of the celestial realm.
And Eli is an angel. Or something.
Good. I thought it was Eli Roth for a second. I was really confused.
He was the one that
No, it's
was
Eli
present and arguing over Bartholomew's soul when Bartholomew first got knocked out.
To be clear, that neither side wanted him. That was the problem.
The problem
Look, you shouldn't have had me sign paperwork with that. You could have just sent me on my way and said technical difficulties, but no, now we're all inconvenienced.
yeah, you did. In the end, you did sign those papers, and they basically kind of put you, to some extent, in service of both sides of the DMV, so to speak, I guess.
So you wandered around town. There's no room in the inn.
How about in the manger?
We haven't checked. You did not check the manger, but you are free to
check
do
the
so
manger.
if you like. You can always try. But you did talk to some people that are in the camps outside of town, waiting for healing powers from the goddess to restore their loved ones. You talked to some people in the inn and in one other place. I can't remember. Maybe the goods store? No, I don't remember.
But he went into the pantry and talked to the dishwasher and stuff.
That's true.
We should clarify the dishwasher was a being, not a device.
Yes.
Yes.
They did appear to be a being.
But he didn't have a mental breakdown in the closet. They talked to a person.
He might have.
You'd go in there to cast Detect Magic, and you found that there was a flow of abjuration magic going throughout the entire place. And then you met, you were outside, and the goddess had come out and walked through the city. People were laying down flowers in front of her to walk on. Did I miss anything else?
No. As this story begins again, you had followed her and her trail of flowers to a small kind of, I don't know if to describe it as like a courtyard, a small kind of stone area with a statue of her and offerings and all kinds of other little things that she has gone and knelt to and is tending to and collecting the gifts and things that people have brought for her.
Yeah, there's still like a throng of people around her as well. So, what would you like to do? It's about midday, I would say. That's
Well,
right, right?
Rills and Hillman followed her to this. There was a statue of her lifting a child from death's grip, piles of gifts around the statue. A few of the campers prostrate themselves before her, begging her to heal their loved one.
That's
Yes.
right. Yeah,
Yep.
there's people. Yeah, when she stops, they do. I forgot. I forgot that part. Oh, it's gonna do that again. I guess now it's already happened.
So I was curious. I guess I would say we're still watching.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Trying to figure out
What
she
was
does.
everybody else doing
How does she deal with
at
that?
this time?
Switch to...
I know I had slipped off to dispel whatever the magic she put on.
Yeah, that strange
Yes, that's
magic.
right. You
Yes.
you were all like hit by it. And some of you gained temporary hit points. You could kind of feel that power coming into you.
10 of them. 10 of those.
Yes. So as it was Hyoleman and Rills that followed, right?
Yeah, I believe we decided we were the sneakiest.
The three of you, let's just go back to the street, kind of. What do you three want to do after the procession sort of kind of leaves your sight?
Stay nearby enough that if something happens, we can intervene. Mostly just kind of watch and see what people start doing afterwards.
Alright.
Yeah, if anybody else seems zombie-like.
Alright. Well, I would say that if you want to sort of like really take a good look, roll a perception check. Otherwise, I can just give you like a little basic rundown of what's happening.
Not likely. 10.
Well, you see stuff that sort of makes sense. You see a few people kind of step into the path of flowers, and as she walked over them, some of them like blossomed and flourished a little bit more, and you see people picking those ones up kind of in a very reverent way and kind of bustling back into their homes and just kind of mostly dispersing or slowly making their way the same direction as her walk and the people who followed her there have done. It seems like they don't sweep up the flowers yet, so you could think that maybe she's coming back. But I'll leave you on it.
Is there like a pile of kindling or something nearby? Like dry, desiccated branches?
Why do you want to start a fire?
No, like I want to test something.
What would you like to do? Like, describe to me what you're going to try to do and we can figure it out.
Basically, like, I want to take, like, an obviously dead plant thing.
Yeah.
I want to, like, grab it, like, kind of go over near her, like, where the flowers are kind of, like, reblooming and just kind of toss it down and see what it does.
Okay. Yeah, you find some obviously dead wood. Do you want to do this in public? Or are you doing this kind of like...
Or stealthily?
Are you
or
doing it like a hidden kind of investigation kind of thing?
Like, I'm staying on, like, the edges of the crowd. Like, I'm not throwing the stick at her feet and going, like... But like, basically, like, I want to be near where, like, she's obviously performing these, like, minor miracles and just kind of be like, okay, like, if I put this stick nearby, is it gonna grow again?
Okay. Yeah.
Suddenly there's a giant elm tree in the middle of Main Street.
How close would you like to get to her before you do that?
Since I have, like, an understanding of magic, like, within 30 feet.
Fantastic. Okay.
Is this happening before we followed her, or?
Well, I imagine, like, she's, like, moving on, the procession's still doing stuff,
Yeah.
and, like, you know, people are generally distracted with her, so, like, this is a
Yeah,
good
so-
opportunity to try something.
So Bartholomew comes up near you guys that are getting closer, and then you toss the wood in. Give me either a perception or investigation check.
Okay. Well, come on, dice. It's not bad, but, like, it's probably not gonna help. Investigation's nothing. So you said perception otherwise?
Yeah.
14.
Okay. Yeah, you don't seem to see any life growing.
Okay. So I was like, okay. Maybe she's not, like, resurrecting things per se, but definitely delaying death. Maybe her magic's not that powerful. If that's the case.
That's one conclusion you could come to.
So you said it was abjuration?
I did.
I don't know. I can't remember all the different magics. I know I should because I'm a dungeon master.
Here, let me just to, for those.
Well,
of you
well, first of all, would I even know? So
probably you
I would
wouldn't,
not.
but the
Right,
high
buddy,
magic.
and, yeah.
Would you have told us ahead of time? Or
Let
looking
me
at-
Yeah, probably would
But it would have vaguely mentioned it.
abjuration
yes, abjuration magic.
is a school of magic encompassing protective spells. They create physical or magical barriers or negate magical or physical abilities, harm trespassers, or even banish the subject of the spell to another plane of existence. Blade Ward, Resistance, Alarm, Armor of Agathis, Mage Armor, Sanctuary,
Snare.
Vanish.
Probably. We're looking at low level spells at the
Aid.
moment.
Arcane Lock,
Pass without
Digital
trace.
Phantom.
Oh,
That's
shoot.
from the UA. Why is that here? Okay.
That's UA is in there, yeah. I'll shield.
I read it and said it before I thought about it, and yep, that's not one we're using. Yeah, Warding Bond. That kind of stuff.
Does anybody else want to do that first? Are you?
You're dispelling the. Okay.
Yeah, but
Just
like,
on yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless, well, no, actually, it's a third level spell slot now.
Oh, yeah.
Just on myself.
Fair.
I'll save that other one in case we want to experiment
Um,
with other magic later.
You, as your distance, like as you guys, as she went away, still the magic is kind of flowing out everywhere, but there's that feeling of that temporary hit points comes in at about 30 feet. So you were dead on with that, Bartholomew. But because you could definitely feel like it leave and then gain as you went in and out.
Okay.
I'm going to carefully observe her for weapons.
Oh.
Okay. Perception or investigation. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
She's carrying the shank of infinite mercy.
24.
24.
I do not believe so. No, she has absolutely. It's pretty clear to you that she's not concealing any weapon.
Armor?
Doesn't look like it.
She has a little bit of jewelry, and she's just looking gorgeous. You don't really, you don't see anything hostile outwardly.
How is she interacting with the people prostrating themselves to her?
Give me a insight check.
11.
Oh.
Yeah, she is.
She is.
She is definitely interacting with
No.
them. She seems pleasant. No. She seems pleasant.
Okay.
She doesn't seem.
Say yes or no? Or?
She leans over to the people who are prostrating and begging, and she'll put a hand out and touch their head and murmur something that you cannot hear. And they just still prostrate, and some are weeping, some are still begging, but she does seem to address each and every one of them in some way. She smiles very gently, serenely the whole time. She is going to leave this area. Is there anything else anyone wants to do before she's like making motions? She's finished collecting the things, and she's going to be turning around and walking back.
I don't think it's in like our best interest to necessarily like stop her per se.
Yeah, I was purely in observational mode.
Okay.
So
Not have a idea what's going on here. The doors to the church, were they left open?
No, they were closed, but not in any like
Is
weird
anybody
ways.
guarding the doors?
There are people all over the place.
Yeah.
But there's nobody actively
there
guarding
was-
the temple. Was
When
there?
you went up to the temple, there was somebody standing outside, and they're still there.
Like sweeping the steps, kind of like a caretaker of the space.
Yeah, like a-
more than
Like a
groundskeeper.
no, not like a
Or like
groundskeeper. There was a person of the faith of some sorts there. They were dressed in simple robes and hanging out by the door.
I'm just gonna stand by and kind of watch what she does when she enters the building. Like, if she says anything particular to the person to the front door, maybe get a glimpse of what's inside as she's entering. See if she's closing the door like super stealthily or any particular way.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Eventually, she will start making her way back.
Is there a particular reason, guys, that we need to keep a low profile? I mean, we do have the mark of the kingdom. We could just say, hey, what's going on here?
Sometimes you just want to kind of come up and see what they're doing in their natural habitat without letting them know that.
Right, but I'm wondering if we're to the end of that.
Not really.
There are a handful of shops and places that are open, and there's people everywhere. How you want to go about approaching them is entirely. If you want to roll some kind of like an insight check to see if you can like discern how they'll appreciate being approached, you can do that.
Oh.
Like a.
Also, I think just as another note, pretty sure somebody that you talked to had said the name Sparrow.
The
Yeah.
spirit,
The
yeah.
spirit's
her
It's
name.
gonna- yeah.
I just
Yeah,
think that's like
sure.
a thing we can keep up our sleeve until like it gets weird. We find ourselves in a spot where we really have to reveal it.
22 for insight, trying to figure out how to approach her.
To approach her specifically?
Yeah.
There's lots of people that are already doing so. She people treat her with an incredible amount of respect. You don't see anybody kind of scoffing or anything. So if you wanted to approach her and have it be normal, if you kind of like, I guess that you could see that like if you did what the people here are doing, you could be close to her for a moment if you wanted to. She seems pleasant.
He's specifically looking about like if he were to say we're on business from the king.
I feel like maybe a good time to do that would. What did you roll? Did you roll for this, or
Yeah.
did you?
23.
Yeah, 23. Yeah, there's a
20.
spot where like people are kind of keeping their like a respectful distance from the temple, and you think you could confront her at the temple as she went back in, perhaps.
Other than people not dying, which like can create a problem.
You did notice that the people who were not that there are a number of people in the town who seem a little vacant.
They
That's
have the
right.
daydreaming.
So that was your
kind
only
of-
other clue that seemed to be off. What you guys want to do?
And that
This is
was
totally
the
up to you.
people that you have observed being kind of daydreamy, where the the two men by the cart
Mhm.
and the dishwasher.
That's right. There was a wagon repair place,
Yes.
and there was the dishwasher inside of the inn.
Inside of the-
Let it's been too long. Drogon, no.
It has been too long.
2 weeks. Who even
no.
knows what happened?
And go to the tavern and see if I can like volunteer to help while they're busy, and see if I can sleuth what happened to the dishwasher.
Hmm.
Okay.
Like find out what the process was.
All right. So.
Just letting Drogon know where I'm at.
Okay.
Yeah, so if anyone's like, where'd he go?
Okay.
What's over?
So
And then let's-
tavern.
Because this
Do you
was,
guys want to do anything else so we can
before
figure out what the
mobile
order of things occurring are?
I'm just watching how she's approaching the church,
The
and
church,
then
okay.
how the whole biz goes down.
Are you planning on?
I was just kind of coming up with some ideas first. I was going to try to share them before we did anything.
All right. Is there anything else that you guys want to do?
I,
wanna
I'm
hang out
with
and-
Drogon, just kind of
Observing.
chilling and observing. Yeah, I
Okay.
think that's the best idea.
Okay.
Okay.
Um,
So you do, all four of you, since Buddy's popping back into the inn at this point, you can quickly confer if you want, because she is just gathering her things and she's about to leave this area, and she's heading down. So
How far
if
is
you
it
want
away?
to, it's like a block or two. It's not like a long
Okay.
thing. Still pretty much in the center of town.
I'd rather talk to you guys before I act.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
why
So
don't
this is your
you guys
opportunity to do
when
that.
when Buddy comes up to tell people that that he's going back into the place, then you guys can
Talk.
have a conversation.
You have a moment.
A couple of ideas occurred to me. Go into the temple, have a look around. Confront her directly as officers of the crown. Or we grab one of those dreamer people, pull them away, see what happens when they get out of their range.
I like the first one. Like, we should at least go in first and see what's up.
But they'll see us.
Yeah, but they've seen us already.
No, like if they'll admit us, like if they'll grant us an
no.
audience type of deal.
Well, okay, so what I'm thinking is, like, just go in like the normal people. Like, they've got to have a visiting hour or, like, some sort of court they hold, right? She seems that important.
It makes sense.
Did anybody mention that?
You could ask.
We got the one sweeping the steps up there. We could
Yeah.
ask if there's a way that we could speak with her.
You do hear the shuffle of the procession slowly making their way back as you hear.
Do we want to get ahead of her? Ask the attendant at the door.
Or do they have like a billboard maybe? Like I know it sounds stupid, but like like a community board, like
No.
come see the cool lady these times.
There doesn't seem to be anything like
Little
that.
funny religious puns on the side.
Oh my god.
No, nothing like that.
Perhaps if we let this conclude normally, then when we approach, it won't look untoward.
Right.
Okay. So you want to wait for her to approach back towards the temple?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and you're heading into the inn.
Yeah, Buddy's still gonna go to the end.
Um,
When we confront powerful magic lady.
understood?
That's very much in Buddy's standard way of looking at
How
things.
do you
It's
want to
good.
do this? What do you want to say to the lady that's in charge? I
Could
don't
probably
know.
just volunteer since he's dressed as like a traveling priest right now. Help since he got to change in her pantry.
Persuasion check?
Yeah,
yeah.
against... I'm trying to find the end here.
Hey, buddy, did you want me back up with that, or you all right? I'll go with you.
There, thank you.
I'm not feeling
Vera,
not good at talking to people.
Veratana. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I just didn't like the idea of one person going off to do something completely by themselves.
I mean, he just mostly wants to ask questions.
Right, I know, but
Safely.
still.
It starts with questions, and then they have a new dishwasher.
That's that.
Minus that, right? Yeah, 15.
15. Yeah, Pharaoh's like, if you want to work in... I won't stop you, just don't break any dishes.
I'm pretty good at not doing that.
Thank you.
The inn is full, and she's been definitely like desperately trying to keep things in working condition. So
Yeah.
You're good at dishes too, right?
I didn't say anything about washing dishes.
she actually
I was planning to canvass the populace.
she's
You're just
actually,
gonna sit at the bar kind of and...
Eavesdrop on people,
Fantastic.
do my thing.
The amount of people that were in the eating area have lowered dramatically as the procession started. And they're starting to come back in, but it's still not full place yet. You go into the back, and back there is the other woman.
Mia.
Yeah, doing dishes. Yeah, I don't know if they...
I think she said that it was her sister, right?
Daughter.
Daughter. Huh. I don't know. Been 2 weeks. I
I
don't
just
know.
kind of watch for a little bit, and then whenever I see the innkeeper, just kind of ask, like, is she okay? what's the out of it?
Oh, no, she's fine. She's just helping. She's actually, since
Much
she had
better.
since she had a run-in with the sparrows, she's been a lot more polite and kind.
She a run-in? Was
Yeah.
she sick, or was she
Yes,
just?
she was. She was very ill. And then she suddenly got much better.
I'm imagining this awkward silence happening in world right now.
Slightly more guilty about that. She's like, I could dispel the magic.
She's doing so much better now. I could put a stop to that.
We're the government. We're putting a stop to that.
He just wants to know. How'd you get like a meeting if she was sick? Did she just choose you, or?
Oh no, there wasn't a direct meeting. It's just that I mean, most people just by being here in the town, they eventually get better.
I will make my way out to Rills to tell Rills that just like quietly, like just being in the town makes people better. They don't have to be there.
That doesn't even sound right. Right? Like, that's weird. Meanwhile, out in the dining room area, Rills would have a twofold goal. One, seeing if there's anyone else who appears like vacant and out to lunch. And two, general eavesdropping.
Okay.
Yes.
Give me
Get that town juice.
investigation.
Sure. Yeah,
Send
damn
you notes. You need to check
Investigation.
up above here.
That's a 15 for investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
15.
Okay. There doesn't seem to be anybody here eating that's out of it.
Okay.
But you do. There's a very elderly man, kind of like, who looks like he's just every once in a while put his hand into his sleeve and coughing heavily. His son is here. It seems like they look related.
Okay.
And just he seems really worried about him, but very hopeful. They look like they have money. They're dressed really well.
Okay.
You tell that to the folk. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, sorry. That's the way it is.
Listen, I don't go out of my way to rob people. There was that one time at the poker game where I said I liked separating rich people from their money.
Yeah. So there's like some other people here. They don't seem to have anything interesting. But I think the most interesting is that like he looks like he's not well.
Which has that been the first time since we've gotten here that we've seen someone who is actively not doing well?
No.
Or
there
are other people who are okay.
Out in the outskirts, there was the tent that you all got to meet. The young man with the bad lungs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of
There's
sick
a
people,
lot of-
and a lot of them came to the procession too. You saw a lot.
Yeah. There are certainly an abundance of sick people on the outskirts of town.
Mm-hmm.
Less so.
Less so on the inside.
All right. Identifying the old man and his son, maybe, I don't know. Rose would kind of like not full on approach them, but like position herself in like that prime eavesdropping spot. Like, I'm just gonna get myself closer so I can listen to these nice folks' conversation.
Yeah, the old man is like to his son is like, I don't know. I don't know if I can hold on much longer.
Goddess Vespera, just wait. Just wait. Goddess Vespera will see you right. I just know it.
I don't know if I'll make it in time for her to reach me.
You gotta have faith. You gotta believe. There's
He's just like, you can tell like he's just filled with pain and agony.
gotta hang on.
And Rose is just like, well, that sucks for them.
I don't know if I'll make it. No, we have anything to do.
We're gonna
Not
put you in a
quite
cart and
that
bring
level.
you away.
Not quite that level, but it's sort of like a detached interest instead of like a full empathetic, like, oh, that poor man.
Right.
It's just like, oh, that's rough for him. I would not want to be in his shoes, Jake.
All right. About this time, there's unless there's something else specifically you guys want to do with the. Did you get what you wanted out of that?
We can pop back over to
Yeah.
the outside and then come back in if they need.
Yeah, so
if they
you
wanna
do see
anything.
Vespera kind of approaching the temple again. The lady that was sleeping stops and opens the door for her.
Or what, did you decide you wanted to precede
Yeah.
her and go there first?
I figured we'd hold off for her to get inside and for everybody to start going about the regular day stuff.
Okay.
That way
We're gonna wait a time. Okay.
we can then speak with the sweeper.
And you wanted to try to position yourself so you could see in the door a bit when she did enter. Is that you? I was
Yes.
curious about
That
the
was-
inside, or is that was you? Okay.
Yeah.
And
Give
I'm
me a
just
perception
basically
check.
sticking with Drogon because good idea, you know.
Do you want to help him then, or roll a perception check as well?
Yeah, I'll help him in his endeavors rather.
I'll
Yeah, go
pursue
for it.
as well.
All right. Yeah.
14.
Okay.
Thank you for the help.
Was it terrible?
It went from the junk 7 that I actually rolled to a very lovely net 20 for
Hey.
20.
Let's go.
Hey.
You use the Rid's magic. That is how we do this.
It is nice in there. It looks like it's a fancily made place. It's very
It's got lots of fresh flowers and things like that, and you see a few different plants kind of on the inside. It looks very clean and church-like although
Temple-like.
or temple. Well, yeah, sorry, temple-like. Although it is clear that this is not a town of great means, so it's not like there's any fancy and ornate things, but it is all well crafted.
There's still like pews and stuff for.
No.
You don't see any
No,
pews,
nothing like that.
but you are looking at a very kind of angled. She doesn't open the door all the way to go in, so you're just
but
seeing
it's not
a
like
bit of an obscured piece. But...
Not like a
where-
place where people are going.
people come and sit and get lectured to. That doesn't seem to be happening.
More like her home.
More like her home.
Okay.
Although it's more like it's got a very large, I don't know what it's called, like a parlor area,
Yeah.
like a place where there are definitely places you could stand or sit or be.
Yeah.
It's not like it's
more like a
just-
beautiful indoor garden kind of area than like not like there's trees and
not
grass
like a
and stuff.
greenhouse.
But just like a beautiful stone place, lots of light coming in from all the stained glass, lighting it up. But really just like it's a place of worship where people who are devoted to her tend to her.
And it very, I would say that it like almost shouts life. It's just like exuding life.
That feeling, yeah.
That feeling.
Okay.
All right.
What would you like to
So,
do next?
A little bit of time passes. That's what you wanted to have happen, right?
Yeah,
A
people
little
start to
bit.
disperse.
You do see people sweeping reverently the flowers and the petals and everything that they've thrown, and they kind of take those, put them into sacks, and move them off to the sides and things like that.
What's the window situation like on this building? Lots of windows, big windows, no
Big-
windows.
Lots of
Stained glass,
big
right? That's
stained
what you
glass
said?
windows, yeah.
Can't really
A
see
lot of
through them though because
colored glass, so you can maybe see some
You can
distorted.
see stuff. Yeah.
It's the
if you wanted
stained
to,
glass is often like wobbly.
if you want to look like a
And
creep
so,
outside, you can
If you
peer
want
into the
to,
windows.
you could.
Yeah.
Yes.
you only look like a creep if someone catches you.
That's true.
I got a folding ladder if you want to get some height in there.
Bust the glass.
It does look like this is a like 2-story thing too. There seems to be a second
Tall.
floor.
Yeah.
There's a very tall first floor and then some upper
Something.
floors.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
Sweeping lady number one,
Yeah.
I guess.
By the steps. Lady number one.
I'd like to go up and be like, "Excuse me, ma'am, does Vespera hold court?"
All I want to do is have like the most like horrible English accent, so please do it.
Hold court. What do you mean?
Like, does she have like audiences in her house, or like?
Not usually. No, she doesn't want to be. We try not to disturb her.
Oh, okay.
Keep her happy, comfortable.
Cool. Okay. Is she like normally uncomfortable?
No. Probably not.
Okay.
Love
Sorry to make uncomfortable questions, but just I'm new to the area and I'd like to just know a little bit more about her. How do you guys normally venerate her?
We take care of her needs. We worship her. And when we make sure that the townspeople understand to keep their distance and let her walk about, and she does her work.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Excuse me. Did you come in with Vespera, or are you a native of the town?
Oh, I grew up here.
How did you get the job?
Oh,
It's not a job.
it's not. Yeah, it's not a job. It's I like to think of it as my life's work.
But did she talk to you?
Oh, sometimes yes. It's a privilege.
Did she like ask you to go get some more vases for the flowers, or
Sure, things like that.
that green spongy stuff you stick flowers in?
What in the anachronism?
You mean moss?
Well, yeah. Anything she asks, I'd be happy to do. She healed most of my family.
Indeed.
brought so much life and joy to our town.
Prosperity.
Ask me a question. Nobody else.
Do you have any questions? Or would you like to do anything?
If somebody wanted to speak with her person to person, what do you think would be the best way to go about asking for her?
Why would you want to do that?
Because she's like a lovely person, and I would like to.
I want to be her bestie.
It's got to be lonely sitting in your church by
Oh
all
no,
by your
she's not
lonesome.
lonely at all. We
Well,
tend
you
to
keep
her
everyone
daily.
away from her, don't you?
No. We make sure that she's comfortable and happy.
With everyone further away from
If you were imagine if you were as popular as an actual god or goddess, you wouldn't want to be constantly bombarded by your fans and worshippers.
What if it was something very important?
Do you have something very important to talk to her about?
Indeed.
What is that?
It's not for you to know. You're not the goddess.
Ah, well,
Playing that card.
unfortunately, we would I or one of the other attendants would be the ones to talk to you about that before she heard about it. I can assure you that I can get a message to her. Would you like to?
We would care to have a word with her at her convenience.
Many people do.
I feel like now's a good time to bust out the badge.
I think so.
What is that?
On behalf of the king, I'd like to have a word with her.
Oh, I see. I see. That's entirely different. Are you staying here in town?
Unfortunately, the inn is full. We'll have to find accommodations elsewhere. Perhaps the manger.
Yes, I believe there are lots of camping locations on the outskirts. Many people stay there if you have a way to do that. I can I'll meet you here tomorrow and let you know if she's interested in speaking with you.
But we stop in right before her midday stroll.
That would be excellent.
I appreciate you helping us out here, and so I'm sure this is His Majesty.
All right. Wow. King's business. In Stillmarch. Incredible.
Well, you have a goddess.
Yes.
It's incredible times here.
Well, I like to think that she has us.
Sure she does.
All right, she curtsies a little bit, kind of like a little kind of polite sort of nod, and resumes her kind of just care of the general place. And shall we go back to the inside of the inn? Is there anything else that you'd like to do? The woman is still very daydreamy and washing dishes, putting them down slowly, washing another one.
I'll go out and like pick up dishes around Rose and be like, if I did something really possibly bad, would you back me up on this?
How bad?
I don't know.
Like, run out of town, torches and pitchforks, or
Maybe.
tell me about it before you do it?
This is me telling you about it.
No, but like, what are you gonna do?
Well, the dishwasher.
Uh-huh.
I'm kind of curious about two different things.
Right.
Both are bad. If they work.
As previously stated, go on.
Do you remember when we were in the dungeon and there was those like skeletons and I scared them away?
Yeah.
Wondering if like that would work on the dishwasher.
She's not a skeleton.
There are different types of skeletons. I mean, she's got a skeleton in there somewhere.
I mean, we all do, but I feel like
Could you imagine if that's how that spell worked? If you were an evil person, your bones just left your body and you were just like, woo!
Turn on dead is now the most metal ability.
Dude, I want there to be a spell that does that somewhere. A lich is just like, be gone with your good bones!
okay.
And then just, like, remove some magic.
Wait, like the magic that's making her healthy? Now I see why you were curious.
Innkeeper's real nice, but, like, also I want to know. And she's in that room by herself, so it'd be easy.
Yeah, dang. Huh. There's a part of me that says, yeah, let's do it, consequences be damned, but we did just get here. And I sure would hate to get run out of town when we've got stuff to accomplish. I was thinking, and hear me out on this one, because I know you've said that talking to people ain't your favorite thing, and I don't blame you on that. People are awful. But I was thinking maybe we could run around town, maybe talk to some shopkeepers, do a little more background information type deal. Not that I expect we're going to find any juicy dirt or somebody who's got, like, you know, a hate on for the goddess. But
I mean, yeah. Or we could go the fast route.
Buddy is efficient.
I usually feel like there's other folks here who do the talking folks out of things type of deal. This doesn't usually fall to me. I'm going to go against my normal instincts and say, let's not stir shit up.
For now, yeah, sure.
All right.
So what do you want to do? You're gonna head out?
Yeah, once I've kind of finished helping and
Okay.
wrapped up doing dishes.
Alright. What are you guys doing outside in the
It's
center of
midday.
What is the location of this temple? Like middle of town, edge of town?
It's like,
Yeah, it's like
It's-
on the main fairway kind of.
yeah, it's almost as if there was a very small, like, curve in the road as you exited the tiny town that it used to be, and they've built up a lot of stuff, and the temple is kind of right at the elbow of that turn, right there. So it's very much like you stand down the street and you can see it from pretty much anywhere on the main strip, so to speak.
So, like, Old Stillmarch has a very distinct look to it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hey, dude. Do you want to, like, go to Old Stillmarch and see if these people are cool with this? There's gotta be somebody who's pissed.
Or at least maybe weirded out. There's almost always some kind of conspiracy nutter in there. Except this time, they may be useful.
Well, I mean, we did use the conspiracy theorist that one time.
Scan the crowd all of a sudden. Over there in the tinfoil hat.
Right.
Is that what you like to do?
I knew the government was coming for me!
He says that, and I think of something.
Yeah, okay.
I'm looking around for Penelope.
Oh,
Give
interesting.
me a perception check.
10.
No. Yeah. No,
You see no little gnomish women
She
hiding
could blend in
somewhere.
here.
I'm glad everyone still remembers Penelope.
Actually, conspiracy theorists are like, oh, we could totally use her in this situation.
Yeah, that's right. She works for a conspiracy theorist paper.
And she's a literal investigative reporter.
So there are a bunch of different sort of shops down this street. There's like a general goods store. There's a little fresh baked goods kind of space, which looks like it's in a newer building. There's a tailor shop, which also looks to be in a kind of newer building. There's, of course, there's the inn, which is in a older building that looks like it had something built onto it, like an extra floor, that type of thing. It's been raised in size. There's a butcher's shop. This wouldn't be on the main strip, would it? The mill?
No.
Yeah.
It's,
Okay.
it's by the river.
Yeah. There's in a newer building. There's a barber shop. There's a kind of smaller place that looks like it might have been like a stables that was then refitted and is now a candle store. And right next to that is the Wainwright cart wheel people fixers that you saw.
Are there any buildings that don't seem to be new or worked on? Like abandoned building or lived in house that is just old and kind of not well maintained?
I mean, well, the Wainwright's space, that building is an old original building. You don't really see anything that's run down, however. It seems like there's a couple of places that have clearly gotten like newer shingles put on, and like some things have been beautified, but you don't really, there's nothing, at least on this main strip, that is run down, you see, or incredibly old and forlorn.
What were you thinking?
Well, if there were to be such a place, that person would probably not be so accepting of the new ways of things going on around here. That would be a great place to start and find out what their side of what's been going on looks like.
As far as I know, the town is just this main street. Is there like...
There's there are some other roads. There's like a couple going off to the side.
There's
One of them
farms
had
on
the
outskirts. There's also like there's like the housing, like general, like where people live, that aren't just the buildings.
Farmers are a crotchety bunch, and they hate change. Just kidding. Kind of. Perhaps one of the farms.
Could be worth a shot.
These flowers got to be coming from somewhere.
We'll look around and see if there's like random depots of flowers for people to throw.
You don't see any like just like vats of flowers for people to like grab and throw.
Wagons haphazardly laying around, just full of flowers that people flock to. And
No. However, there is at the general goods store. There's like a little kind of display of bouquets and flowers and things like that. And you do see perhaps more flowers on display than you would normally see in a small town like this. Also, there's some places that just have full on just like an empty little metal bucket, which may have had flowers for sale in it just like 20 minutes ago, you know? So
Maybe it's just a flower scam. She magically creates the flowers. People buy the flowers, throw them at her feet. They collect them. They regrow them.
yep, that's what we put
That's
this
exactly-
whole story together
yeah.
for. Yep, that's it. You
No
could
wonder
write
their
for
profits rose
the
exponentially.
Scrutinizers.
The scrutinizers. Thank you.
yeah, yeah.
Alternatively, we could do that.
We run the most profitable florist shop ever.
So, what's the plan? What do you want to do? Want to go talk to a farmer?
Could speak with one of the flower sellers here and get an idea where they're getting the flowers from.
What about the Wainwright? Yeah, we could do that. But what about the Wainwright? Because was it she?
There's a couple of guys.
It's you saw one woman kind of
Yeah.
telling two guys what to do.
She seems a little frustrated with them, didn't she?
Expressions.
She was being kind of commanding. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think you rolled to see how she felt.
Right.
Like to like observe her mood.
if you want to do an insight.
But if you'd like, you can.
Well,
Um,
I mean, that's the closest thing in town. Then if we need to move further out, we can go get the other two.
All right.
Why don't we just get the other two anyway, so we're all together. We can all role play at the same time.
We could do that. That could,
What? You don't want to
I'm
do an
gonna
elaborate
walk-
taking turns thing?
But
Yeah, no,
you
I'm
keep
with
trying to
you on
convince
that one.
Rills to let him turn undead.
No.
I was gonna say, the longer you leave Rills and Buddy alone, eventually we are going to do something stupid.
What's that burning spell?
Didn't there used to be an inn over there?
What's with all the screaming all of a sudden?
The skeletons.
You guys were just supposed to start asking questions, not interrogate them.
We started with questions.
where's the
Wait,
gun?
no!
No! Oh, that felt good. I'm
Yeah, I
gonna
haven't
do
done
it
that
a
in a while.
second time. You don't deserve it, but I just needed to. Okay, that's good.
Been sitting on that one for a hot minute.
Oh my
Wait
god.
for it.
okay. So
Okay.
you're kind of like just generally kind of checking things out, looking around, not finding things too far off. You are seeing
You're with us.
more people. Of
You
just
collect them?
If you
Yeah.
want to be.
You're
Yeah,
seeing
no,
more.
I think so. 'Cause Rills had just been suggesting to Buddy that we should go canvas people. So
There are people that are a little out of it here and there at different places that
daydreaming here.
you've seen. There are I would say as you kind of are kind of just generally observing the town, you do notice that a lot of the people who are just a little bit daydreamy are older.
But except for the dishwasher, who was a
Mhm.
younger person.
Yeah.
That's true. But there are generally the people who are out of it are older.
Is there... Do we find a lot of the daydreaming people not speaking to each other necessarily, but maybe to other more awake people?
So what are you trying to discern if they're conversational but just never to each other?
Yeah, like
Kind of.
because they are so maybe robotically vacant that they don't really notice one another or engage.
Hmm.
And that's they don't really engage.
I
As
think there's
opposed
not.
to-
You're not
Yeah, that's-
really seeing anything like that. They're just.
It's without knowing this town and these people very well, it's hard to discern their social interactions and how normal or abnormal they are for that person.
Yeah.
Fair.
Did you want to talk to the people at the Wainwrights?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The owner's still there. She is. Yeah. Just ordering these two men around.
I will observe. I will do some sort of check to observe how, or insight, I guess, to see
Okay.
how she feels about.
I will offer assistance with that as we are scrutinizing peoples.
15.
Okay.
And that's with the help action,
yeah.
I think?
Yeah, she's just you get the feeling that whether they were doing something right or doing something wrong, she's the kind of person that is a little bit sharp in general. But they don't seem to mind her yelling at them.
You do, in the yelling at them kind of stuff that she is doing, she is telling them to hurry up. Like they have orders to fill. They have things they need to do. The list is long, and they are, in her mind, not working fast enough.
Observing them working, are they a little bit lackadaisical?
They are doing a little bit of a daydreamy kind of, yeah, they're not rushing the way you would think that two fairly young men would run.
Okay.
She's definitely approachable. You could go talk to her or them. Whatever you want. If you'd like to. Anyone? Nope. Okay.
Nobody wants to
It's
talk
like-
to these town people.
I'm just kind of like,
So it's funny.
It's just hard to know what to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's trying to come up with an approach and a line of questioning.
I'm trying out the charisma people.
Yeah.
Buddy's got this. Don't worry.
Attempts to kill everybody. Let's
Mark,
see
you
if this
wanna just
works.
go have a conversation with this lady?
How dare you try and get me to stir up shit? But, I mean,
You could just be.
Well, she is she's female, so you could attempt to approach with the female face, girl talk to girl, or you could attempt to approach with the male face of the party, right? Because you're charismatic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, bards.
So
I mean, technically.
you could try to bard
went
at
through
her if
bard
you want, or
college.
you could try to rogue at her.
Just said
No,
technically.
well, Rose isn't a rogue.
Well, no, but she is.
Oh.
I mean,
In my heart, she's a rogue.
not wrong.
You can just say be pleasant. And
Why are you
see
making?
if
If they don't want to talk, they don't have to talk.
It's just tough because it's like,
Hey, this Vespera lady, how suspiciously good has she been lately? Like, I don't...
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just start there.
Here.
I have a suggestion.
We'll make them come.
What do you think?
We got it.
Give her a coin. Say,
Uh-huh.
I'd love to pay you for your time. I know you're busy.
Uh,
Try to get
The woman looks up and sees you staring kind of at her, raises her hand in a friendly motion, says, "Can I help you folks?"
Oh, well, you do seem rather busy here. We just wanted a moment of your time.
Sure thing. I am busy, but a moment for new folks. Always have a moment for new folks.
Name is Coleman. This is my friend Mark.
Yo.
Rules, Rogan, and Buddy.
Pleasure.
So, how long has this Vespera lady been around?
She kind of looks at you a little bit, like she tilts her head a little bit and goes, "Why are you asking me?"
So, like, you've been around the town for a while, I suppose?
Yeah,
Like,
my whole life.
did she just show up out of the blue? Did she grow up here? Like,
Well, it's hard to know exactly when her blessings came to the town, but after some time, things being a little different, she started to make her presence known in little ways, and we've acknowledged that, as you can see. She gestures. Oh, my brothers and I, we helped with that. She points at the temple.
oh, okay.
Fine craftsmanship.
Where
Thank
did
you.
you get all the stained glass?
Oh, that wasn't us. We're wood people, not glass people.
Was it just the three of you building that two-story building?
No, oh goodness, no. It was a communal effort, for sure.
Raising the barn, so to speak.
Yes, exactly. It takes a town.
Were your brothers also sick?
No, they're fit as a fiddle. Yeah, no, never been sick.
So, what's up with these sick people then? Do they seem like the same as they've been before they got healed?
I mean, she sort of scratches her head a little bit and says, "Well, there's sick people, and then there's healthy people."
Right. But like,
She
okay.
looking like, "Oh yeah."
So like, no, okay, so like, there was obviously somebody probably here that was like sick before she showed up, and then she showed up, and then they were better, right? That seems to be kind of how this is working.
Yeah,
Like, were they
yeah.
different afterwards, or like, did they act different? Like, did they not?
Besides being healthier, he means.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, everybody goes through changes. You know, there's like marriage changes a person, just like, you know, getting some schooling can change you. Like my two brothers, for instance, they did not used to get along one spit. Then they got in this big crash with the wagon, and they came out of it getting along real well. They don't bicker at all.
Did they get hurt in the crash?
I mean, there was quite a bit of blood, but in the end, they were all right. They luckily, thank Vespera for that, I think.
Okay.
Rose, I know you said no, but
I am starting to soften on that position.
it's feeling like the only way we're gonna get a clear answer.
We gotta cause chaos somehow.
We can do it to someone else. It's fine. We'll find someone.
There's too much amicability in this town. Somebody needs to be killing each other.
Oh my god.
I want to say you're all welcome to. Like everybody here at this table has at one point or another caused an extreme amount of chaos and distress to the other players, and you can feel free to do that.
Listen, but
Unleash your
I already said I'm trying.
about
We're
Shippity.
curious. So, all right, which one you think? Lady at the inn, one of these two jamokes?
How about,
I'm curious about the inn one, like more than any of the other ones, because she said she was like rambunctious or something. So like I want to know, but also they were nice. Let me change their pantry.
They did let you change the pantry. That was kind of them.
I mean, the brothers bickering would probably be fine, right?
Can you only do one person at a time, or would you
worst
be able to
fairy
do
tales
both
ever.
these brothers if you were to do the brothers?
Technically, I could do both.
It's anything you can see, right?
What are you doing?
What are you trying to
With
do?
the turn, I can do both.
She's
but with
oh,
30
spell,
feet.
I can only do one.
Or like, what if one of us just went out and like, scraped their shin and was just like, oh no, this Mara, like, how we do it?
There's no way I'm gonna sleep in this town after what I've heard today.
all right. So you're saying the turn thing you could do to more than one person, but the spell thing you just do to one.
I was like maybe not like 3 feet from the church door.
Right.
Your brothers, have they been,
I feel like they're
Hard to
actually
motivate.
contemplating we're on the side.
You're whispering.
Yeah.
Sorry.
are they hard to motivate?
No, they work hard. They're just, boys will be boys. They don't hustle the way I want them to. Never have though. So. Are you in need of a carriage, a cart?
What if you like ask them
Wheelbarrow?
to leave the town or something? We do it outside the town. You ask them, not me.
You ask them.
Look, nice or not, I was actually kind of leaning towards the lady at the end.
I feel like a little bad about that one though.
You don't know these people yet.
I don't know their names.
A wheelbarrow. Yes. How much for a wheelbarrow?
Well, if you just need to borrow one real quick, happy to lend it to you. We've got a little small wooden one there for gardening right there if you or if you want to buy one. Well, we are a little behind on custom things, but I could sell it to you for, I don't know, 5 silver?
How big is it? Big enough to say put a halfling in?
Yeah, you could fit a halfling in there.
I'd be happy to make that purchase.
Oh, thank you kindly. You are now the owner of a wooden wheelbarrow.
Do I have to have this licensed or anything? I don't know how.
There will be a driver's test on Monday.
Oh crap!
Nobody said anything about a test.
Is there math?
Rein it in, you old man, come on!
That's a little orange traffic cone. Nope.
Park your wheelbarrows.
No, those are traffic gnomes.
Oh.
I'm shooting you.
Ah!
Oh.
I only have a Chris dart left. I'm not going to shoot you with it.
Oh.
Put everything down.
Ah, thank you, Chris. A dart that doesn't have your name on it. There you go, bud. Oh, I forgot about this.
There you go.
Carry on. Keep telling bud. I'm fine.
They have artillery.
You got a wheelbarrow.
You have a wheelbarrow now. What are you doing?
Now, if I just had a Holocaust cloak,
Bring out your day.
Strangely enough, doesn't seem to be any of those.
Ah, weird.
Not yet.
You know who we should talk to? The mortician. I bet you he's pissed. He's got no business right now.
yeah, actually, that's a good.
There aren't like.
It's not like
I
a
feel like that
big
is more of a
city.
modern societal
Yeah.
development. Morticians
More
are
of a
big.
Cemetery.
Like,
There's gotta be a
Oh,
grave digger
there
who's
would be a
just
grouse.
forlorn.
In a lot of like less developed areas, it was kind of like people would have like a family plot kind of thing just on their own property more often than not. And then there'd be like by a church. If there was one, that would be where you'd be buried.
Oh, was there a church in this town before? Or churches?
You could ask.
That is an excellent
Before Vespera
question.
came here, did you have religion?
No, but it grew on us.
Oh, okay. So they converted it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, plants, they're growing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not the finest word.
It was very run down.
Didn't know your arms could reach that far.
So, did you want to ask?
I think they did ask. There used to be a what's the god of
Had to
like
root about
farming
it,
and stuff? There was a temple for Pelor. It's kind of served as the foundation, if you will, of our temple now. It was more of like a small gathering space than anything grand and celebratory like this.
You say sort of like a foundation. They built Vespera's place on top of it.
Oh, more practical.
What happened to the Pelor?
Oh,
worshippers?
she's like an acolyte, so to speak,
What?
of the goddess.
That show got canceled. What?
She's become she now she's basically worships the goddess Vespera. Is what she meant by that. She's become an acolyte. She's converted, and so
the priestess of Pelor converted to a different goddess.
Well, I mean, when you see miracles right there, it's kind of a lot stronger than those empty, lofty promises of, the sun or whatever.
Rills is fully like behind this lady going, miracles, yeah, whatever.
And here I can hear being raised sort of by the dwarven priest. I'm like, blasphemy!
Well, do you need anything else from me? The wheelbarrow's right there. Help yourself to it. So, like, we'll kind of
that's it. Thank you.
a friendly but impatient smile, if that makes sense.
I'm sorry, I'm taking notes.
All right then. Well, you just have a lovely day. Thank you so much.
Enjoy your wheelbarrow.
So, buddy, you're saying you want to try and like lure away both of the brothers just outside of town? You want to try to do some nonsense
I mean,
with
like,
them?
it doesn't have to be about. It's literally anyone who looks like that.
All right.
Like, all zoned out or whatever.
I mean, like I said, let's keep canvassing people. There's got to be more zoned out folks.
Can we find one like by the so we don't have to take a person on a wheelbarrow through the town?
But I got the wheelbarrow.
That was
You
5
wanna put
silver.
one of them in there?
You're not going to waste 5 silver. are you?
Hop in and we'll just take you. You can ride
Let's
it.
get used for something.
The rest of this campaign, we just take turns riding in the wheelbarrow.
I mean, if
5
that's
silver ever spent.
You never know when
The
you'll need a
DM is just
wheelbarrow.
like, why? Why would you say such a thing?
The ladder. We might be able to squeeze it into the bag.
Yes, Buddy's regular-sized bag.
Oh my gosh.
That's all the other joke. But
Well, we have it if we need to wheel somebody, maybe if we take somebody from the outskirts of the streets and, they won't be missed as quickly and...
What you're saying is we grab a hobo and we
Yes,
run.
yes, they
we
are.
run tests out.
Put them in a wheelbarrow and run away! Or we offer free wheelbarrow rides.
Oh, God.
I'll be right back.
No, I just thought of something.
Well, what's that, Drogon?
I don't know if I can do this yet, considering your little buddy's just left. Raven. Raven's from the other side of the tracks, as it is.
Hell.
I was wondering, what'd she feel about being around in a place like this, all this holy nonsense?
Oh, whether or not all this celestial presence is weird for her? I don't know. Guess I could ask. I
Perhaps I
suppose. I'll consider.
might be able to figure something out. Maybe.
Make Calvin do it.
I'm not gonna make
You can. I don't mind doing it. It was weird though.
I feel like we've established a thing where Alex
Yeah,
is the
yeah,
one
yeah.
who does that.
Yeah.
You're
So
gonna have to wait till cast find familiar. It's on a cooldown.
No, she's just in her pocket dimension. Raven hasn't died recently. God, that's such a weird thing to say.
does happen.
You gotta try and work from home as often as possible.
So is the plan you want to find somebody more towards the outskirts? But that's where the camp is. So really, it's midday. There's people everywhere. Do you want to try to wait till tonight and locate somebody in the dark? What do you want to do?
Do we want to be real creeps about it?
I mean, we could just see if maybe we could hire one of the brothers to like come repair a wagon if someone's better at talking than I am. To like fix it as like an emergency thing. We could
Just walk over and be like, hey, dude, you need to...
Like our wagon broke
We
down.
can
We need
take
help.
the
It's
wheelbarrow
outside
out of town. We
We'll pay
can
you
break
extra.
it, and then we can.
Or we just lie. We don't have to break
Yeah,
the
we can
wheelbarrow.
just lie about our wagon being broken.
We gotta tell the truth about something today.
Rills disagrees.
I genuinely helped them at the tavern.
That's true. That's true. Shit. I guess I'll go over to one of the brothers. Like,
Hey, dude, can you, like, help us fix something over here,
No,
please?
gotta do this.
Okay, but what's that?
She's helping me.
Oh, well, I go over to her. Can I borrow one of the brothers, please?
Yeah, she's like, what? No.
But, like, I need something fixed over there, please.
They're behind.
Yeah, we're
Right?
really behind right now.
Are you really trying to kidnap someone?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
We haven't tried yet.
All right.
Give me a persuasion check.
Moral compass is spinning right now.
Yeah.
We know which way is north. Oh, yeah, well, let's just say you still say no.
Give me the
It's a 10.
plus your charisma.
It's a 10.
With your charisma mod.
Oh, wait, hang on a minute. Yeah, I forgot. I have new paperwork now. Where did that go?
Paperwork, you say?
I give it to you on your
Oh,
phone.
yeah, that's right. Wait, what? Hang on.
Yeah.
I think my persuasion is.
Bartholomew got slightly reconfigured.
He did.
You did.
Lucky.
Oh, I'm thinking perception. I'm sorry. I'm being a derp.
That's an entirely different statistic.
It is. It's a different paper.
Perceiving someone into doing something for you is not usually how that works.
Unless you're Samuel Jackson, just look at the motherfucker, lady.
Fair.
Plus 4, so 11.
Ah.
Yeah, no. We're real busy. Right?
If you check back in like 4 days, maybe should be caught up.
Oh, but that's lame, dude. All right.
You could check in with Tallow and Pitch. They do repairs.
Okay, where are they at?
She just kind of like gestures down, like on the main street. She just like gestures down that way.
Thanks, dude. And I'm just, yeah, we can just go.
Yeah.
I've already made enough of an ass of myself here. It's time to continue the
Elsewhere.
tour. Yes, exactly, yes.
Do you want to reword that so it's not
Yeah.
weird
Yeah.
for us?
Well, let's just do something. Let's grab somebody and do something. Look, I
We
don't.
just go to the chat room, I guess. The dishwasher.
Yeah, you want to try it on the dishwasher? Let's try it on the dishwasher.
You just go straight to the Okay.
Is there like a horse hitch?
There's a handful of places you can hitch a horse. Sure.
Yeah. Mostly like homes halfway.
I take my manacles out and I lock up my wheelbarrow.
All right.
Okay.
But they're not. There would be they'd be like miniature raven steeds. Yeah.
Pigeon steeds.
Pigeon steeds.
So,
Yes.
Slightly derpier.
Slightly derpier.
You know how? Have you ever seen those like really small horses? They're so cute. There's like an actual breed of horse, and they look a little derpy because their heads are kind of too big for their bodies.
wow.
It's like a
And so-
horse with dwarfism, is what you're saying?
There's I can't remember what the name of the breed of horse
Like
is.
extra
But they're
miniature
just-
ponies? Or like what are you?
Shetland ponies?
I think that sounds right. I think they're Shetland ponies. That's what they're called, and they're They're very small.
They're like a foot tall,
They're
right?
like dog size.
Yeah, they're ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like the Dashnud of horses.
And,
So, buddy, you want to go to the inn and just try and do this dispel magic on the dishwasher right there, or you want to try and kidnap her a little bit first and then try and do the dispel magic on her?
Just do it here.
I need to know because I got to unlock the wheelbarrow.
So you're
Let's do it
going
here.
back
All right.
into the inn.
We are.
are you trying to sneak into the inn? What
Nope,
is
they've
it?
seen us before and we haven't done anything crazy.
Yeah.
Vera notices you kind of coming back in, and it's
Kind
just
of-
kind
I brought more help.
Well,
You guys have to do dishes.
I don't know that we need that much help.
Well, then
Oh, sweeping and mopping, and they can lift heavy things.
I'm not going to give you a room for free.
That's fine.
We don't have.
I got a tent. I'll sleep outside tonight.
We're just very helpful people.
Okay.
Roll a deception
I
check.
would love to.
I'd like for everybody who's present to roll. Just because I would like to get the general vibe of what the hell y'all
What
are
does
doing.
this line look like?
How's this looking?
21.
12.
16.
Okay.
That's not bad,
All right,
actually.
that's not terrible.
Negative.
Drogon has never looked more disinterested with his nat 1.
Oh, no.
Oh no!
+1 for a 2.
Okay, all right.
I will say.
I looked at my screen and thought it might have been a -1 for a 0.
So
but
for this,
We're just super helpful. Drew's like, the hell I am. This has nothing to do
You
with
turn them off when you said lift heavy things. It's like, no.
no,
I don't want to do
not
that.
with these hands.
But I think that overall your scores are pretty good.
Pretty decent,
So we'll
yeah.
let this
So-
go. And they're like, all right, we're fine. So are you going back behind the? Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
She'll ask for you to take some barrels up from the basement because that'd be really useful.
No rats.
Big-
I already did that. This is
Oh goodness, no!
No,
We
no.
run a clean place here. They're just heavy, and it'd be nice to have someone else lift those barrels of ale for once.
So you guys are kind of helping out and cleaning things up. You're in the back room.
So,
What are you doing?
Yeah, how's this going? What are you
Is there a
envisioning?
door in the back room to leave through?
There
So I don't have
is
to go up
a
Out back?
closet.
Yep. There's a
There's a closet, and oh
Basement.
yeah, to get like kitchen deliveries.
Yeah,
and
we're
stuff like that.
trying to
Yeah.
scope a line of
be-
exit.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
There's
Like,
a
if this goes
basement
immediately to shit,
There's
how
a-
fast can we run away?
door out into like the back of the place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, theoretically, this one could be fine and not go bad. So we'll start with that one.
Right.
He will try turning undead.
Turning undead.
Okay, that's a
This
saving
is-
throw, right?
Also important to add that if it's
Wow.
under CR1/2, it automatically destroys.
Oh my.
Oh, God.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, but the DM looks a little concerned.
Standing there doing dishes and all of a sudden,
Dust.
If that's what happened,
I don't feel
Rose
so
is just
well.
like, I thought you said was this was the not dangerous one.
Mommy, I don't feel so.
Well, it's fine as long as they're not undead.
Right, exactly. Like that's the thing. We don't even know if they're
This
dead.
is
We have no
definitely-
idea. This is purely experimental.
There is a theoretical possibility that in this world, not all undead are evil.
Cool. So you cast the
Cool.
spell. You're doing turn undead.
Yeah.
What does it look like?
What does this magic look
I like
like?
to
How are you
imagine
doing?
he folds out like the thickest manual you've ever seen in your life and flips it open and just starts monotone reading it. And it's just like pure legal gibberish.
Manual on the statutes of the undead and their non-life.
Yeah.
As you start reading, what is it? Name.
The landlord and
Mi-
tenant
Mia.
are collectively and into this agreement as to the patent. Yes, go on.
Mia starts to kind of like her skin just kind of cracks a little bit, and there's like a little light glowing around,
She like looks up at you.
and just goes ah, and vaporizes.
Oh no!
Well then.
Buddy, I thought you said this was the
Vera,
one that would be.
So good news, bad news. We
hold on.
figured out
Vera
a little bit.
runs
So hold up then.
into
Vera hears the noise and goes, "Mia, is everything? Is that?"
There's just dust coming down where she was.
And she sees.
The two of
The
us
two of
standing
you.
there.
Let's take a break. We'll be back in just a few moments.
Dusty in here.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
He stepped outside of his
now,
head because of the
We'll see you in a minute.
All right.
Hello. We return.
No.
Don't mind us. We're just reloading our Nerf guns. No reason.
And Tucker definitely didn't say a pun just now, before we were able to press the live button.
Who's behind the counter in the back with you?
Yeah. Who else is with you? Is it just Rills? What are you doing,
Rills
Drogon?
went back with
Are you-
I'm probably with him trying to like move barrels and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mark, where are you?
Did you hear her scream right then?
I imagine out in the common area with these guys.
They're fetching barrels from the
They're
basement.
in the basement.
Oh yeah, like with them. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, it was a sound like one of the shot vacs kind of blew the exhaust.
Rolls and Buddy, can you give me a dex save?
Uh-huh. Bounce out.
7.
Oof.
Cool.
I get to give you these.
You both take 4 radiant damage.
Oh.
As the energy from
This, like, as you, it turns to dust, which, I mean, you maybe didn't know you could even do. But it, like, there's this, like, energy that, like, crackles within the dust as, like, her shape kind of crumbles, and it shoots out in this, like, brilliant burst. And neither of you are able to get out of the way of it. Did you give them their damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
4. A little low. Yep.
The innkeeper, Vera, is that her name?
Yep, Vera.
She heard her sister cry out, and she immediately is there within a moment. The dust has not even settled, and she comes in, sees the two of you standing there, and a distinct absence of her sister, and this pile of dust on the floor, and
You also
she.
both have a slight suntan.
You also both look.
Like something just blew up in our faces?
A little bit.
But he doesn't have a suntan.
Yeah.
He's still got the illusionary self up too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she screams. Just full on, high pitched, panicked, upset scream. And then she looks at the two of you and she just shrilly yells out, "Murderers!" And she lunges at you, Rills. You're the closest one to her, where she just came out.
Uh-huh.
And you would, through the floorboards, because they're not like insulated or anything, you would hear the word murderers and the scream as well.
You think that's us?
Oh my god, I didn't know it did that.
No, I'm sure it's some other adventuring group that just killed somebody.
You think we'll have to dust for prints?
Yeah, let's just to get this going properly.
Dusted.
Just to know what order things happen in. We should all roll initiative.
Not all of you are in combat currently.
Yeah, but this isn't
however.
necessarily about
For
combat.
fuck's sakes.
Or about going into a turn-based
no.
Yeah.
form of...
I didn't look. I didn't even look.
I don't know if you're ready for this level of initiative.
Oh. Uh-oh.
What have you got?
0.
Dang! And here Chris was upset.
Well, I rolled a 1. That's a 5.
I always
but
forget that that's a possibility.
I rolled a nat
for you.
1. I have
I
a
rolled
minus
that
1 to initiative.
Oh no.
I have a 0.
Oh my god.
Boy.
Wow.
I'm not involved, according to my dice.
Truly cursed.
15. You
He's too busy
you
trying
found
to
an
barrel on the shoulder.
unfortunately heavy barrel, and it's just occupying all of your time.
That-
Yours, Tucker?
Or like, oh,
What?
What? You looked at him funny.
I just hit the face.
Did you please shoot him for a pun he hadn't even told yet?
He wasn't sure if I told the pun, so I just made a goofy face and just like, that son of a bitch.
What was your initiative?
Instinctual. 15.
15. Okay.
So,
'Tis war the next muffin time.
And Buddy, what was
I
your
was saying, I
initiative?
felt like I missed something.
9. Okay.
And it says right, the last line in chat is the Wolfman going, nerf him.
Perfect.
I just assumed that was for what you just said.
And you got a 10? Is that why you were holding up your
Yeah.
hand? Okay.
I blame
Just
you.
making sure. I didn't wanna-
I'm just clowning over here, guys. Don't worry about
Oh
me.
my god.
No, that was awesome.
Oh my goodness. All right. So,
Who's top?
true to the narrative, she leaps at you, Rills.
Okay.
So please,
Does a 3
oh,
hit your
jeez.
AC?
Why are you not gonna reroll?
Because my sleeves are too big.
If you were to divide my armor class by 5, then yes, but no.
So she like reaches out for you, but she's just like weak from the shock, kind of, and so she just doesn't even. So you just simply quickly step aside, or however you want to maneuver away from her, and you do hear a clamor from the dining area
Yeah.
of the inn, as well as some sounds coming from above as well.
We're in the basement getting barrels. Where does that enter? Does it enter the kitchen or behind the
Yeah,
That-
into the kitchen where they
There's a back door, and then there's a door to the basement, like right there
Okay.
for deliveries and stuff like that. So
So like the door between the kitchen and the dining room area. There's a door, right?
there is
Why is it not looping?
there's like an open door between the kitchen and the dining area, because they bring things back and forth from there, and that would be inconvenient for them. Just double hinged swinging doors, not so easy to make with older stuff.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. We have Rills with Bartholomew on deck, and then we have Buddy, Yolman, and Drogon. Just so you know the order. So
Again, this isn't really a combat situation. I don't think you want to kill all the villagers in this town.
well,
No.
I mean,
I
they might.
assume-
I've had a
They
rough
might.
day. I don't
No.
want to him.
I
Not
emerge from the
necessarily.
basement. Thunderwave!
I would like to try and restrain this woman because she's hysterical.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
Is that a? Is that
Contested strength saving
like
throw,
a
a grapple.
grappling kind of?
My dumb stat. But, you know, it's all
Yeah.
good.
Well,
I mean, I knew that going in.
she's also just an innkeeper.
Yeah, I was
it's not
gonna
like
say,
you're
so she's
trying to
probably-
grapple a minotaur. You know.
Right.
She has rolled a 9.
You have to beat a 9.
I have a 16.
All right. So she's flailing at you. You kind of get out of her flail, and then you like kind of like.
I'm
grab-
trying to just restrain her. Calm down. Buddy was trying to help. This is all just a very unfortunate accident.
Give me a persuasion check.
Mia. Yes.
That is a 17.
She screams, "Murderer!" right in your face. Little flecks of spit hit
Just
you.
nat 20
She's
over here.
bawling. Yeah, just nat 20.
I feel like this is a moment because Buddy is right there where like Rills is in the midst of holding this woman, so she can't really shrug, but she kind of looks like.
After I pulling a dagger out.
I tried.
Anything else? No? Okay.
With Buddy on deck here.
So I'm gonna
You
say
are
you're
in the
probably
basement.
The closest to the stairs. To the...
Yeah,
To the
you
kitchen.
you could definitely make it into the kitchen.
Yeah, I mean,
If
I
you
get.
wanted to.
I'm going to see what the commotion is. All right, I'll see what commotion we've started. Apparently, killed somebody.
What do you want to do? Just run upstairs?
Oh yeah,
you run
I'm
upstairs.
just spending my movement going up there,
You
and I.
see
You-
Rills holding the
Screaming
innkeeper.
woman. Yeah, the innkeeper. She's screaming. Is there anything you'd like to do in this moment? You can do more than just move.
I'm gonna use the free action of Rill to talk to Rills and go, "What the hell's going on, dude?"
Screaming, flailing woman.
I mean, who'd we kill? Like,
Technically, no one.
Like, Rose is trying to formulate an answer, and Buddy's like, didn't really kill anyone.
Technically.
I mean, I'm very concerned about that technically. But hold on. And I go over and like I try to help calm down innkeeper lady, and I'm just like, all right, dude, you gotta chill for a second, please stop fighting.
Roll persuasion.
Persuasion's fine.
That'll be a 15.
She's flipping out.
As
I
you
think
do.
we're quickly going to get to
I
the point
shit you
where
not,
we
I
need to,
rolled
like,
the second
muzzle
nat
her.
20.
God damn.
You stop that. You stop that over there.
The dice are telling a story. She is absolutely
Furious.
irrational and
unconsolable.
unreasonable and unconsolable.
She is convinced of the things that have just happened, which is that
Her
one of
sister
you has been
has been turned
vaporized.
to a pile of ash by
Her perfectly
one of these
healthy
two.
sister.
Yeah.
It's a good thing we have the wheelbarrow.
Would you like
We're
to
out there.
do anything else?
Well, you know, I came up, I talked with Rills, so like I moved, I did free action, and then I attempted to do something.
Okay.
So I think that's
You're happy with that's about
yeah.
as
Like
much as you
I'm not about to like club this lady to death or anything. Like I want this to end peacefully, hopefully.
All
Buddy?
right. All right, buddy. With
I'm
Goldman
not a
on
murderous tiefling this time.
No, I just like, that's what I was playing.
I think Buddy's gonna try and cast Charm Person on her,
Oh, okay. Interesting. All right.
which is a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
You're done
You-
rolling
oh.
dice.
Okay.
Which is
You're
nat
rolling that 20. I
over
would be
here.
so happy. No.
I got a 10.
DC 15.
I have Bill.
All right. So she is now viewing you as a friend.
Yes. And not. Don't hit her.
No.
I wasn't going to!
I mean, she almost punched you.
How loud did you say that?
Loud enough.
She begins like weeping
She's just
and looking at
sobbing.
you for
Why?
I'm so sorry about this.
Why?
I just that happened. I've never seen that happen before ever.
That is true. That is the truth.
not what I thought would happen. Honestly, I don't know.
Yolaman.
Yolaman with Drogon on deck.
Picking up a barrel. Bring your barrel. I run up the stairs and I want to pop the barrel in the doorway between the dining room and the kitchen.
Oh.
It's a barrier.
Fantastic. You do that.
All right.
And I'll wait till Drogon gets up with his, and I'll help him stack it on top. So we get like
Okay.
All right.
Drogan, you're next. So is that what you want to do?
I'll run up, see that he's doing that, and kind of motioning to me like, oh, all right.
Okay. You guys
I'm
have,
sure they won't think this is suspicious.
you guys have made a makeshift barrier.
No. Why is it so bloody dusty in here?
Oh God.
It's still probably just like drifting in the air.
Achoo! Oh, excuse me.
Oh my God. I think I shoot you for that. Oh my God. That was impressive.
Terrible. Oh my
Impressive.
lord.
Were you sitting on that one for a little while, or did it
No,
just come
that
to
was
you?
the chaos of a goblin bubbling up. Saying, "Serve us!"
Amazing. Phenomenal.
Um,
So Drogan, that's your full everything.
want to do anything else? Either of you, if you have something else you wanted to do up there.
Yeah, you can have like a bonus action level thing. Or talk more.
Everybody bloody calm down and tell us what the hell's going on.
Got a moment.
My sister.
Buddy tried something. It did not go how we foresaw.
What did you try?
I was just curious. I mean, you remember the water room in the one dungeon place? The skeleton, whatever those were.
Aye, the weird monster things,
Just trying
yeah.
to send the skeleton out if it would.
But what?
It blows them up now.
Blows them up.
Buddy was suspicious that Mia might be some form of undead, And so she tried to do the thing that made them other folks turn around, but it made her instead.
Well, that's only supposed to work against the undead.
Right, which is the unforeseen part of what just occurred.
Farah is like, what do you mean I'm dead?
So apparently, like, your sister, was apparently undead, dude.
Oh, she was fine. She had the blessings of Miss Sparrow.
Now, I'm going to need you to interrogate that thought for a moment.
She's like weeping, like just barely able to breathe. She's an absolute mess.
Give me insight check.
Sure.
Why can't I do things today?
I know, well,
Same,
someone is in the midst of
Same.
grief. This is the
13.
best time to try and get them to think critically about something, but, 12.
Apparently, I have an 18, actually. 'Cause I have a
Oh.
+6 to that.
Oh.
Thank you for
13.
random stats I didn't know about.
Yay, fail box.
I don't get one this time?
You actually rolled well.
Oh my god!
And Yoloman, I guess Chris inhaled an almond or something, so he'll be back.
You see on her face, you see the way that she's reacting to all of this. She and most of the other people in the town are true believers in despair. Despair has brought their loved ones out of sickness, out of death, out of suffering. They are happy and content and at peace. And there's probably not a whole lot you can do to convince her that her...
You just, in her mind, you still
Nina
just
was
killed
undead.
her sister and,
Sister?
or,
daughter.
no, daughter. I keep saying, I don't know. You just killed her daughter, and it's not, her faith, if anything, is more resolute. That's the kind of vibe you're getting.
How long does charm last?
An hour.
Great.
Which Buddy will tell everyone. We got about an hour.
Look,
You
I was
say
looking at the
that.
wheelbarrow.
Yeah. You do hear, is everything all right? And like lots of clamoring and things happening, and then they see the barrels, and you can tell that they're starting to try to push the barrels.
Yeah.
And you hear someone shout, "Go around the back!" So
Bear, are you all right in there?
Bear! And
She's just crying.
sobbing.
Yeah.
She's not responding.
Wills.
Have we reached the part where we're running away yet?
I think we're pretty close, dude.
I mean,
Because, like, I am not fighting a mob of angry locals. I mean, I could, I just don't want to. I mean, that one was directly. It would be counter to our duties here.
Are there any windows in the kitchen?
There's the back door.
There's a back door.
There are windows.
There are windows, indeed.
Well, we can throw people out of those.
You're just trying to cheer me up. It's not the same when we're not in motion.
Oh my gosh.
Wills, what do you want to do?
You currently are the one that is holding the innkeeper, Farah.
You can also start a dash out the back if you want, or stealth out the back. Or...
That is, yes.
These are...
If you want to stealth, you will be moving at half speed. So you have to choose between an expeditious retreat, so to
If
speak.
you want to run, you can also
or
stay
a
and
stealthy
deal with
retreat.
people. You can do whatever you want.
But you do know that you did hear people are coming around the back.
Suggestion. Does not involve windows. Yet. Can we start a small fire? I don't want to burn the whole inn down. Something to explain what happened to...
But that's ash, not dust, dude.
And also, she's right here.
You see my inn!
What's wrong with you?
really creative.
I put my hand over
I think with that we should leave.
Alright. Just put it to cover. take her with us.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're taking her with us if we're going. We can't leave her behind. That's still gonna lead to the angry mob situation.
I mean, kidnapping is also bad in this situation.
Does anybody have an illusion though? Like we could make it look like a kitchen fire, get them concentrate on putting the fire out while we kind of illusion.
No.
I can just illusion myself.
Turn into a fire?
Well, it could start a fire.
She hadn't read it. I was going to turn into Mia,
I don't
but
have
she ran
any
it either way.
illusionary type of things.
So murder, kidnapping,
Arson.
Yeah. Oh, you're
Got
the good guys, right? Yeah. This is working out
I
great.
think so.
Oh my god. Nice. You're the good guy.
I mean, yes, buddy. Obviously, kidnapping is not ideal, but we can't very well leave her here.
So, quick decision.
Out the back door, I think.
Right?
Yeah. Rills is saying this like as she's backing up. Like, we're going now.
Are you taking her with you?
Yes. Unless somebody else right here stops me. I've got my arms around her and I'm walking out the door with her.
I don't think we should add kidnapping onto the...
She is crying loudly.
Also, yeah. That would...
She's not going to be stealth.
You cannot leave still. Oh my god.
You can
You
absolutely
want to try
attempt
to
knock her
put
out.
her, make her unconscious?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
All right, I'm taking your turn.
No, that's fine. I was saying
yeah, you can work out.
I was saying we should go and we should take her with her. So Rills would accept that as help.
Give me a... That's an attack where you don't kill.
Yeah,
So
it's an attack roll still of
So
some
yeah,
sort.
just give me a...
Chokehold.
Yeah, you're
attack
trying
roll.
to choke hold her to get her to
15.
That's a hit.
That will hit.
I mean,
How much does that
you
do?
have to do more than 4 hit points.
10.
Okay.
Okay, she is knocked out.
She is unconscious.
You
put her in the wheelbarrow.
Fire,
Just put her in
or
my
kill
bag.
the innkeeper.
Oh my god!
The
should be
Vulcan
okay.
knife.
No, switch lower. Please better. Like
Oh,
this.
this.
I
You can last for you can last for 10 minutes in the bag, I think, or something like that.
So, if you're all going out the back, you can choose to dash or to stealth.
Well, I just took an action.
Well, as a collective, as a group, you can choose to
we're
leave-
speeding up the
right.
thing because you're
I
deciding to run away.
I was just gonna say that. The first thing we need to do is get distance. So we should dash immediately and then begin running and stuff.
Yes, DoorDash first. Indeed.
Everyone just give us a straight roll on your d20.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. And then we...
16.
5.
No, stop that.
What if flow is good?
How many people?
We'll just in general.
Yeah, what if?
That would make sense.
Oh, bounce
I
out.
did just roll a high number.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, no.
All right.
Oh,
No. It's not the extra bad thing.
So...
5.
7.
7.
8.
Tougher.
16.
16 on the die?
Mm-hmm.
5.
Okay, you guys can all get pips, or gumption, or whatever we're calling them. What's your...
You told me a straight roll.
No,
I don't
that's-
know what's going
I
on.
know what's happening.
I don't think we should do it that way, but okay.
I like it.
Okay.
It's fine.
Got my pips.
Wow, my pip supply is starting to go up. Not sure how I feel about that.
Yeah, basically you could...
So you make some distance.
You are moving out the back and running away. What do you want to do next? Go to stealth?
Yeah, as long as no
the hell are we gonna
villagers
go?
have seen us.
Yeah, where are you headed, actually? That's the next question.
Do we just break into the church and freaking take her out now?
Oh my gosh!
If we wait, they're gonna be looking for us.
It's all what the hell, burn everything down.
I'm being practical. I know what's heading.
Fire's back on the table.
You hear Lucky go, I really like this guy. He's good. He's good.
Don't encourage our arson, dude.
I think it's going well.
I mean, there is
You
a
guys
certain
got
amount
this.
of practicality to this, and I mean, as Buddy has pointed out, kidnapping's not going to look great for us. Also, we have just apparently committed a murder, if you don't know what actually happened.
was already dead.
No. I said if you don't know what happened, it would look like a murder. Clearly, it wasn't.
This was a very merry unmurder.
I think I gotta agree with my cousin in the fellow dwarfs. We're not actually related. I just want to clear.
I feel like there's a moment where, like, all the years I've known you, you two were cousins, and you didn't tell me.
So you guys are beelining for the temple.
Yeah.
Should we sneak into the temple? Maybe not like kick down the front door with like someone slung over your shoulder.
So, we don't have anybody with us, do we? We don't have her with us.
No, you've knocked her out.
Okay.
She's unconscious.
She's unconscious, but she is with us.
Oh, you are taking her.
Yeah.
Did we knock her out and leave her, or what? I wasn't clear on.
If you're going to carry her with you, that's an entirely
I
different
think we gotta
thing.
just drop her.
Yeah.
If we're gonna go to the temple.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like once we have the "what are we doing now" conversation is when we drop her.
Okay. So you leave her in the alley somewhere?
Can we try and hide her a little bit since she's unconscious?
You want to put her in the basement?
Stuff her in a barrel.
They burn her back there. They know she's back
No.
there.
We dwarves are against that sort of thing.
Well, I thought we had already exited
You
the
have.
inn. I would
It
like.
sounds
We're
like they're
discussing
talking-
what has happened.
Everyone else, it sounded like, thought that they were
Or not
leaving
dead.
her
Shit, I
at
messed up the
the
pun.
kitchen.
I'll have to reform.
That's
So
what
the
I thought.
That's a
question
cupbearer.
is,
I would like to
where and when are you
like
dropping
dump her in a back alley or something. I just want her someplace where people aren't going to find her immediately.
Okay, she's unconscious in the back of the inn. You guys are running away.
Mm-hmm.
You're running towards the temple.
Quick question.
Yes.
Are there buildings around all sides of this temple? Or
Um,
is there like one side that's kind of like, this is the back of the temple, and then there's just kind of woods back?
There's houses behind the temple.
Okay, so it's surrounded by homes.
There's
Well,
a
there's-
front area that's
there's
kind of open,
like
but yes,
a
the back-
graveyardy kind of space, is there not?
probably.
But it's not large. It's
Yeah.
not like
So, what are your plans? Are you running? You're running towards the temple. You're going to break into the temple.
are you trying to find a less
Let's just talk.
conspicuous?
Let's just figure out what
Yeah,
your.
let's go. I
Do we do sneaky in, or do we go through the front door?
How about we split? Some go through the door, some sneak in and try to get a better position.
I think we should stick together.
All right, then through the front door and loud and proud.
Or I can make everyone sneaky. We can pass without trace.
Do you think we can, like, actually sneak into there without her kind of knowing, though?
I mean, it's just like a D&D.
It would
pretty
give
much
us
just
the
like-
benefit of at least having a quiet approach.
That's fair.
I'm sure things are about to get loud. But, if we can buy ourselves a little bit of time.
Sure, whatever. Okay.
If we're going through, say, like, the little graveyard, find a little stained glass window, do some finagling to maybe cut the window open or not open it somehow. I don't know what kind of. Technically, I guess I could use my stuff to do glass cutting
There's
tools or something.
You said there's a second floor on the thing, but it's like
Yes.
how high up?
Yeah.
We could also try and just go higher up.
Is there a chimney budget?
Do you want to do a Santa Claus?
Ho, ho, ho! Brandishing an axe.
You can certainly try to find an entrance up top. I feel like also this is a rush kind of situation.
Yeah,
You're not. You don't have time to make
thinking
a
on your
plan.
feet.
I'm
Yeah.
asking thinking on your feet. What are your characters doing?
Yeoman is for going right through the front door, fast, trying to catch her before she can prepare her.
Okay.
I think maybe that's what the best call is.
Okay. So you guys run.
I mean,
out.
presuming the conversation is happening like as we're trying. You know what? Yeah, screw it. Through the front door.
You guys run out from behind the inn, into the kind of central area way. You can see other people kind of looking around and trying to understand what's going on. There's a little bit of commotion around the inn.
There is shouting coming from the inn, for sure.
As you're darting off towards it, somebody does catch you. You can tell that somebody has seen you running through here. You can hear shouts kind of in your direction. not sure what they're saying. You make it to the front door of the temple. It is not night. It's still evening at this point.
It's like the sun hasn't like started to set. There's no like low light that you can take advantage of, but it is the town is a little quieter than it would be otherwise when many people are home eating.
You're there in front of the door.
Who?
All
All of you? Yes, you've chosen
Made
to
it to the
because you've
door.
chosen to bum rush the door, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it unlocked?
It is unlocked.
Pushing through?
Yeah.
Into the door. Okay. Open it.
If there's any kind of
All right.
furniture and stuff to maybe bar the door, go ahead and push that in front of it too.
Okay. Make a survival check, or like how would you barricade to make a makeshift barricade? What kind of a check would that be?
Sleight of hand?
Charisma.
Well, first of all, just finding something.
Charisma check?
Charisma?
check.
Who said that? Who
wow.
said it?
I wonder who could have possibly said that. Oh, no.
Sorry, it's because I heard Chris repeating it, and I wanted to be like, wait a second.
Wait.
Wait a second.
Let's say that the door is here. You guys are coming in through this way.
Does the door open inward or out?
You should enter inward if it's built right.
It does, yeah, inward.
Sure.
Opens inward.
Do
Do you need any of these kinds of things?
I don't. I don't know. We're just kind of trying to understand. Oh, where's Snickers?
Oh, yeah!
Oh no! Didn't I send him off to boarding school?
No.
No, he's with you.
Fuck! How many times have I been stabbed?
Has he just been with us this time, or did you like leave him with the cart?
He's
He's
with
been
me.
with us.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, back at the inn.
Oh my god.
Well, wait a minute.
Sticking next to you. He's right here.
I had that thing with Buddy. Like, was he with us that whole time?
I think so. I think he's
He's
just
just
been.
kind of following you around.
Fuck.
Yep.
I meant to get this idiot off to boarding school.
No.
You
That
didn't
that
get the
work.
chance.
No, right, but like,
go-
I mean, I haven't actually had the time to do it. Damn, I forgot all about it.
No, you talked to Lord Quinn. He said no, and you pretty much right after that got sent on this.
And you got stabbed.
And you did get stabbed.
I mean, yeah, like, you know.
On the plus side, you're no more negligent than any other kobold parent.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I did leave a chippity in my pocket for almost a year. Like,
I just picture you turn around and Snickers has the knife and it's been clinging to your back. Back.
Stuck in him.
he's been trying to stab me this entire
The
time.
knife got stuck in your backpack, and he's just hanging on. It's like, oh.
I haven't been able to pull the knife out this entire time.
I don't know if you've ever had your cat's like claws get stuck on something,
Mm.
and it.
Yes.
There's like usually a moment of panic,
Furniture.
and then there's like this weird phase of
curtains.
this is my life
Me.
now. At least that's what Sagan does.
Yeah.
Like, and he's just like, you for a second you're like, dude, are you okay or are you stuck? Because he's just like. And I'm imagining that is kind of what he's doing on your back. I'm just like, oh my god.
Tag is infamous for that on the rope thing. That he'll get one claw stuck and just kind of sit there and just look at me and just like. I mean, I'm fucked, dude. You gotta help me.
Not screwed. Can't do anything about it.
I didn't put this rope here.
He roped me into this.
Ooh, Ernest.
Oh.
Guys didn't like that one? Afraid not.
Oh, wow.
Nope. Now it's
Okay, that
happening.
was enough. That was too far. Great.
I was gonna let it go, but
You reached the end of the rope with that one.
Oh, I'm out of
there's
bullets.
more where that came from.
I cannot shoot
Okay.
any longer. Oh, thank you.
Not on my watch.
Oh my gosh.
Stay there. Come on.
The reason why I need two of them.
Here.
This was rapid fire.
You enter into the building. There are various people kind of like gathering here in the center. These are just halfling acolytes to the sparrow.
Prepare to be cancelled.
Yeah.
Sorry. Like,
You are. Yeah, they
Actually
turn and
stopped
look at
watching
you
that show because
in kind of
I stopped, like,
astonishment.
caring about it.
They are surprised that you have entered in. I know you said you wanted to try to bar the door, but we're going to go back to our turn order.
Shall we
So,
re-roll?
Rills.
Or is it
No,
the
we're
same?
just the
turn
same.
order? Okay.
Rills?
Yep.
You've just busted into this temple's door. What do?
Man, I sure don't have a whole lot of non-lethal things I can do to people, but I don't want to kill these people. Is there anything lying around loose that someone could bludgeon someone else with?
I mean, there's a bunch of like plant pots and stuff like that.
That'll do.
Planters.
Yeah.
Bases and things, yeah.
Yep, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Rills is going to grab a vase or something, and she's going to try and knock out the nearest person.
Oh, all right.
Let's say there's
Bust down the door, runs
stairs
in.
over here.
Okay, these are stairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? Like, I don't feel there's any way we just broke in. There's no way we're going to convince these people, oh, we come in peace. No, I'm going to knock people out.
Just so you know, in like 1 minute, people are going to be running in saying that somebody murdered somebody. That wasn't us.
Yeah, exactly. You can't lead with that.
Oh, thank you.
All right,
these
so
are all called, or these are all halflings.
You almost
Yes.
call them cultists.
Yeah, they're all
I was calling
Well-
kobolds.
Oh, kobold.
yeah, so Rills is going to grab a vase or whatever and try and smack somebody into unconsciousness.
Go for it.
One improvised weapon
Mm-hmm.
later.
Can I add any type of plus to hitting someone with a vase?
It's an improvised weapon, right?
Yeah.
I think it's a 1d4.
No, but I mean to
To
my
attack.
attack
As
roll,
your
not
to
to
your
the...
attack roll, I don't think you're proficient unless you
You
Invasive.
need
in
No, I'm
Tavern Brawler.
there's
I'm
like
not
a feat.
proficient in vases.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
feat
you're-
or something. So just your base dexterity modifier, base strength
I do
modifier.
not know how to do this. Actually.
Improvised weapon attacks. We're gonna have to look it up.
Without
Can that be a
Tavern
finesse?
If I throw it at her, can I use dex?
Usually throwing weapons are strength unless it's
You
like a
definitely can't do a non-lethal attack if you throw it, though.
All right. It's just I have a -1 to strength.
Oh, shit, sorry, right there.
Trying to
It
avoid
is
using
a
strength
melee
to hit
weapon. Oh man. Can you use an enemy as an improvised weapon? That's
An
a great
object that
thank
bears
you.
no resemblance to weapon deals 1d4 damage. The character uses a ranged weapon to make a melee attack or throws a melee weapon that does not have the thrown property. It also does that. How do we...
What modifiers do you add? I think you just add your base stat and no proficiency bonus. So if it's a melee attack, I think it should use strength because that's not a finesse. I don't think you can argue
Right,
that a
but
flower
no,
pot is a
I wouldn't
finesse
try and
weapon.
argue that
Yeah, so I think
that a
it's
vase is a finesse
strength.
weapon.
It's a strength modifier.
I should have said that I was going to fucking clumber with the bottom of the rapier instead of picking up the vase. But here we are.
It's more thematic.
2.
A to hit.
Yes.
Nice. You swing this.
I feel
this
like I must just
flower
like
pot.
drop it.
She screams. This is the lady that was at the door that you talked to earlier. She screams and kind of dodges as
Yeah.
this pot comes crashing down. Everybody over here turns around and looks at you.
Evening.
Oh, I can't take her anywhere.
Next
Oh
up
my
is the list of
That's not what I meant when I said to Alfrehurst and Pot.
Bartholomew.
You should have asked me then, dude.
Well, you're up. Perfect. With Buddy on deck. And then
Oh my
you'll-
God. I should have brought seeds to this lady. I should have just thrown them down. She could have grown me some plants, man. Shit. I'm gonna follow up on that halfling.
Same one?
Same
Yeah.
one. So you want to move up to them?
So, like, they dodge the flower pot, they look up, and I go, bonjour. I try to punch him in the face.
Okay. You can use your weapon to make a non-lethal attack if it's a melee weapon. So you don't have to roll without the proficiency, etc. Unless
Lucky.
you're
Make a fist at the end of this.
Nice!
I told you that's not how it works.
Well, I need it to right now.
Jesus Christ, dude! He's like,
He does not say that.
he doesn't say that. No.
Who is that guy?
17 to hit, I think.
Yeah, that's a
Nice,
hit.
that's a hit.
Yeah.
Okay. So 1d8, non-lethal. Oh god.
What'd you do?
Max damage.
Oh, nice.
They are
They're
unconscious.
definitely unconscious.
Jesus.
Somebody drops the vase next to them, and all of a sudden,
Yeah. They dodge the vase and just instantly get hit with the
They
broad edge
dodge
of
the
the
vase to
sword.
get punched to the face.
Everybody give me a perception check real quick.
Okay.
11.
Oh no.
Okay.
15.
13.
You said deception?
Perception.
Perception.
19.
15.
15, 19.
19,
Okay,
okay.
so who gets
15 and up our success.
the pip?
Oh
and
boy.
did you roll?
I rolled that one.
The rest of you, those who made this, you can tell that these four here have that vacant look to them.
I think you're up, dude.
I can't do it again.
Oh no!
I gotta like reset the manual. It's like a whole thing.
Oh no.
That
Shit.
would
But-
But
really
buddy,
neat.
it is. your
It
turn.
is, yeah, you are up next with the yeoman on deck.
I know you'll win more effective, so I will reach into my bag and pull out a crowbar to try and block the door,
Mm,
Okay.
okay.
and like just put it in the handles.
Give me a sleight of hand check. This will be low.
Just
but-
to wedge it in properly and in a way.
Natural 20.
Oh, well then you have completely locked up this door. In a couple seconds you'll hear villagers coming and banging on it behind you.
So that was a good move.
Yeah, completely
Yeah.
closed off the building. Anything else?
Is there anything I can like hide behind?
There's like some furniture you could like. There's like just like armchair kind of things and that kind of
I'll
stuff.
probably just go duck behind the armchair.
Would probably give you half
Put you
cover.
over here. Yeah, we'll say that you're behind something.
Like a children's chair, 'cause it's like for halflings, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you get halfling cover.
Yolan, you're
Yolan
up.
with Drogon on deck.
All right. First attack on this.
Okay, the one in the front here. Okay, so
So they're undead, right? So
Yes.
I
Did
don't really-
anybody communicate that to the people who didn't notice?
it doesn't
want
change
to-
what I'm going to do too much, other than trying to use lethal or non-lethal damage.
I didn't notice, so I can't tell you.
Did you notice? You didn't notice.
no, they got a pip.
I don't think Buddy would have pointed it out because he was too busy blocking the door.
He was thinking about other
So-
things.
Up to
Yeah.
Mark or
It sounds like non-lethal. You
guys are not
you
gonna
could
say
see
anything?
him. You could see him punch to knock out and be like, "What are you doing?" They're clearly, you know.
Right, so I burn up 19 to hit
That'll hit.
yeah.
for 6 bludgeoning.
Okay.
This is them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we need 4.
I will track.
That would be non-lethal because I don't know better.
Okay.
Okay. They are still up.
Okay.
Yeah, surprisingly more sturdy than
And the villager was.
yeah.
Don't pull your punches! They're the vacant ones.
I feel like that's the moment where you're like, huh,
And there's
don't
this-
pull.
You can even
Right.
see like you hit, right? And they're just kind of clunk and they come back and they're just like,
Like they barely react to it.
yeah. They just seem a little numb.
All right, I'm gonna burn a key point, and I'm going to do flurry of blows.
Okay.
Um,
On that same one, this guy in the front.
the first was 2. I make 2 unarmed attacks, so the first unarmed attack is going to be the one I just hit.
Do your fists count as magical now? Or no?
Is that,
I
yeah.
don't think so.
Okay.
Do they?
I think they might. Key infused punches, probably.
That does happen
double
at
check.
a point.
Yeah.
I forget at which point.
It may
I feel
or
like-
may not matter. We're definitely only asking because we're curious.
It is something that does happen.
Yeah. We always ask this, you
Yes, yeah, always.
Key empowered strikes happens at 6th level.
Ah, okay. So these are just.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
That one was a 12.
That 12 will hit. You do notice that these punches don't seem to be inflicting the damage you'd expect.
So that was an 8. I guess that would be halved.
It's almost like you hit hard, but then there's just kind of like almost this healing that comes back.
Alright, then I am going to unload with my second of the bonus attacks. 30 blows. 15 to hit.
That is a hit.
8. Oh, no, sorry, 12.
Nice. Okay, so that's another amount of damage.
Anything else?
That's an action and a bonus action.
It looks bloodied, so to speak. It's like roughly half its hit points have been removed, right?
You halved all that?
I did.
Okay.
He did a lot of damage.
Yeah.
It's a lot of attacks.
Next is Drogon.
I feel like my first order of business.
Man, I did not expect this to be the way this time.
Well, I didn't think today was going to go like this at all. Not one iota. It's great. I love it.
Yeah. Didn't really know how it was going to go, but...
I was expecting a lot more detective shit.
totally.
Yeah.
But this is perfectly acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would watch earlier with the pegs in the square hole.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway.
Exactly.
I'm going to use my Protector Eldritch Cannon.
All right.
Remind myself the range on this sucker is. There it is, 10 feet. Okay. Stand there, I can get you.
Okay. And they get temporary hit points? Is that
So I will
Golem and Rill?
activate my little shield bearer Majiggy.
Okay.
It's going to resonate out, and there's a D8 for Goleman and Rill.
And yourself as well, right?
Yes. Good news, nearly max. Plus each modifier. 10 temporary hit points.
Sweet.
Nice.
Which I technically still have from her. But mine are cool. So I'm going
those
to replace hers.
Those are now
Those are gone.
overwritten for them, and
Yeah.
that was over time has passed. A good
Those-
deal of time has passed. So
that's
those
good.
Those
temporary
are...
points
Yeah,
are
sorry,
now gone.
we should have mentioned that.
My
I
10
didn't
hit
even-
points are
It
cooler
didn't really
anyway.
matter until
10
now.
HP doesn't stack no matter
Do you
what.
have
So.
infusions?
Hmm?
Do you have infusions available?
That's a thing that I have to tinker with in the morning or whatever.
Yeah, that's a long rest business.
Right now, currently, I'm giving a +1 AC to myself and the returning weapon biz.
Okay.
But we can talk about some of it later.
Mm-hmm.
My hand wraps.
Yes, I can definitely do something for you on those. I'll take the -1 to armor.
Okay,
Anyway, that's me.
that's you.
Because it is a action to
The round.
activate sucker.
Okay. All right. Top of the round.
Did Snickers really say to himself, "Here I go stabbing again"?
I think
Oh,
so.
he's
He's so
you've
excited.
never seen him so excited.
He's
Never
like
seen him.
lathering at the mouth and cackling as he swings this.
Oh, yeah, that's
He's like, "I can stab and no one's gonna yell at me."
You see him jump up through the air with the knife out, like feet out, tail behind him.
That's
Inward somewhere. That's my boy.
Best day ever.
He does 5 piercing damage to this one here. Nice.
Ball in there?
Oh, he
The
had
one that
advantage
you've
on
been
that.
attacking.
He had advantage on that attack.
Does he consider Yolman to be an ally?
Yeah.
He does. I know. I'm cheating.
An ally that he will also stab
Yes.
from time to
Yeah,
time.
'cause that's what you do.
Enemies
you know.
still have friend in them.
It's
So-
a body. You stab it.
Uh,
So you want to re-roll to see if it's a
but
nat
that-
20?
No. Oh, yeah, maybe.
You never know.
No.
He's a little stabby boy. Is that all he
But
is?
that is going to be half because he's just got a dagger. So it was.
That's only, or is that everything? There's only one
Oh.
specific type of attack.
Oh, it
Is
is.
resistant to, yeah.
You're right. Yep.
I'm on it.
Good job.
On it. Okay. He has taken that damage. Sneaker's turn is done, and now it is our turn. Rill's on deck. The door to the I want to call it a cathedral all of a sudden. The temple. You see it getting banged on. They clearly they try to open it, that stopped, and instantly frantic pounding from multiple fists start happening, and they're like, "Goddess Vespera, are you in there? Oh no, the goddess! Oh, she's in danger! Those murderers! They're after our goddess! They've disparaged her blessings! You just hear all this like amped up discussion and lots more fists pounding than voices talking.
I think I'm going to have to leave the wheelbarrow.
You know, honestly, I resent this. It's one thing if we've actually murdered someone. But, like, that was not the case here.
The only thing we can hope for is that if we take this priestess out, their minds are unclouded. It's going to be... I think we're going to have to run the hell out of here.
Oh, I think you're
Just throw lemon pledge over our shoulders. Sorry, guys.
Snickers takes 4 damage.
We're gonna have a lot of dust to do after we're
After,
done.
after the knife goes in, this acolyte just brings down a fist and smashes onto his head.
And and she's just like blood everywhere, and it's like, ah!
Yeah,
Snickers, no!
Snickers is barely alive right now.
Snickers, no!
But he is holding on with that knife. He is
You can
right
see him
there.
just kind of like.
It's a
Down,
stab or
boy!
be stabbed world.
Down.
Or in this case, a stab and be stabbed.
To hit Yolman, 15.
No, that does not hit.
First one misses. Second one is gonna nat 1.
What does it do?
It goes prone, trying to smack you.
Lazy punch.
It fell down.
So what happened is it took a lunge at Yolaman, and I like to imagine that Yolaman did one of those really cool like martial arts moves where he just literally puts his hand and pushes the punch to the side.
Yeah.
And that just off-killed her
Just
to
toppled
die
him.
completely, and his momentum took him to the ground.
20 on...
Not nat.
Not natural. A dirty 20
That'll
on...
definitely
Drogon.
that'll hit any of them, I believe, unless
Yeah, that
you
got
have
me.
shield.
I won't invoke protection as well.
That is 5 bludgeoning damage.
5.
As it's this one smashes into you. And that is our turn.
Next
So,
up is
Rills.
with Bartholomew
Great.
on deck.
Rills is going to unsheath her rapier, knowing that these are undead, and go for a full-on real attack. Oh, could roll better though. A 13.
That is a hit.
Who are you hitting?
This guy. Sir. This guy.
Yeah, that makes sense. I got head pats. I don't know what I did to deserve that.
I'm just thinking how much easier this is to run combat without having to do all of it.
And it takes 5 stabbing damage. Also,
Okay.
question: have either of these two taken any damage yet?
Yes.
This one has.
That one's
This one
taking
has
a
not.
knife
Okay.
damage from Snickers.
The one who hasn't taken any damage, I am going to use a bonus action and place a seal on.
Okay.
And how much did you say you damaged the guy? 5? Okay.
5 stabular
Stab.
damage.
Okay.
The one that hasn't, right?
Yes, the one who
I
has
like that you
suffered
put
0 damage.
you put the
so
marker
far.
for prone on the person who's not prone.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
Keep track.
None of those markers say have a seal placed on them. So we just
There is a curse.
There
That's
is
good.
one.
Oh, I
It
do
says
like
curse.
curse.
That's
yeah,
good.
Cool. That's good.
Curse
that is essentially what I'm doing to them.
We also have a hexed one as well.
I think
That
we've
is
used that before.
I like that.
Fantastic.
All right.
Anything else?
No, that's what I'm doing.
Movement, action, bonus action.
Yeah, I moved, and I'm not going to move away from a combatant who's still standing. So yeah.
Mark
That
Tholomew.
That's what
You
he's
s-
doing.
You
All right.
stand beside
All right.
him. Oh,
You know what to do, right? Just like I taught you with the booming blade and stuff.
Wait. Do we need to do that right now?
Yeah. You do it all the time. I'm telling you, you gotta do big attacks all the time.
But I mean, like... Ah, shit.
You gotta mess them up.
I mean, is this one of the dead ones in front of me, or
No.
is this like
no.
That one's unconscious.
she's unconscious,
Okay. This
so
one,
she's out.
One
all the
directly
rest
in
of
front
these.
of you is just knocked
the
out.
one directly
All the rest of these are
here
undead.
has taken a single hit. You did see this one get punched, I think 3 times, maybe 4 by Hulaman.
Wait a minute.
So
I'm not addressing the real issue here. Where's my homie Snickers?
he
gotta
is,
save my homie
he
way over
is
here. He's all-
damaged and like he's holding onto a knife that's like in the leg of, or like in the like. He's clinging to his knife, just like he was on your backpack. He is now like that
It's
on
that
this
same.
same like
For
yeah.
your just knowledge,
has one
game
hit.
knowledge, he has 1 hit point.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go stab the one that's trying to kill him.
He's going down the way he
fine.
lived.
10, 15, 20.
Yeah, you can do
That
that.
will work. You won't take any
Somebody
attacks
else's
of
way.
opportunity.
Let's give him that old slappy dappy.
So you can-
23.
That is
That's
a hit.
That's a hit.
Nice.
And then what do I use? A spell slot to add the thing?
Booming Blade's a
Um,
cantrip.
You
Oh.
boy.
Yep. You don't have to use a spell slot at all. You can do
And
this
it
every
does.
time.
It is
Booming
your
Blade does
attack
rule.
roll.
Oh.
So if you read the thing on Booming Blade, it's
Okay.
pretty obvious where it goes, and that's just an extra thing to add on to your sword attack.
It's basically it's like a extra taser.
Yeah, the cherub
To
is
the-
right. You should pretty much just always be using booming blade.
Yeah, that doesn't
Always be
cost you
booming.
anything.
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay, boom.
No. I'm a millennial, damn it.
I'm
Okay.
Listen, according to
Yeah.
Gen Z, we're all boomers.
Yeah, that's fair.
how it works.
I know.
I've heard so many people say that it goes millennial boomer.
Mm-hmm.
Like they forget you.
I know.
That's what we want.
And
We just want to be left alone.
Just wanna be left
Um,
What do you
so that was a
happen
23
anymore.
still to hit with the boom.
Yeah,
blade.
yeah. It'll be the same exact attack. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
and-
just the effects of it
Yeah.
play out, which I don't remember. So if you
It's like a 1d8.
plus the
When-
weapon damage as well, I believe.
No, it's just
that
an extra
correct?
1d8 after they move. But
Is that right? I thought there was more
At-
to it. Hold
at
on.
5th level.
Rid's got it. Okay.
Because I too am using
The
booming
damage
blade.
should go up.
Yeah,
It's
go.
cantrip power. So
Yeah,
that
at 5th level, you deal an extra 1d8 thunder damage on the hit.
So you're doing your sword damage plus you roll a d8 on top of that.
And
Okay,
then when
I-
they move, they take 2d8.
And they'll- if they move, they take
I
more
misunderstood what it was telling
damage.
me.
No,
there.
it's fine.
Okay.
Of course, you're
So,
still just new.
um,
You're fresh, leveled up. It's all good.
The sword hit was 9 piercing, and then I add 7 thunder.
How do you want to do this? You're taking this guy out for sure.
So, like, you know, I just do a nice clean stab, like, in the solar plexus here, and he kind of looks down and just goes, and just like his whole
Oh.
back just blows out.
Oh, geez.
There's also a
The lightning.
burst of
Yes.
radiant energy
Oh.
as he dies.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Snickers is gonna have to make that.
Snickers, no! You're going to the DMV,
Right there.
Snickers, no!
Please make a dexterity saving throw.
Snickers made it. He's good.
Yeah, but is
Mark
it half
and Yolaman.
It's an all-er. Yeah.
Oh, it's an all or nothing? Oh,
yeah.
thank God.
So,
Good job, Snickers.
what did we just need Yolaman and
21.
Okay,
You're
21.
good?
You're safe.
I got a 17.
Also good. All right. You,
Explodes, but you kind of just
you
like
managed
block
to-
your face, and you're not hit by the
you
radiant energy.
if
Nice.
anybody would like to who saw that, you can make a Arcana check.
I mean,
Ooh,
I
the-
will.
15.
Okay. I just want to see what everyone
Holy
else-
crap! 19.
Okay.
Okay.
14.
20.
What's the roll?
Okay.
Natural.
Arcana.
Just Arcana.
Oh God! All right. Well, it's potato for me
And what
anyway.
did
It
you
should
get?
be like a 5 or
14.
a 6.
Okay. Okay.
So
Yeah, 5.
these undead are brought back to life with a kind of healing magic.
And this explosion that you just saw was radiant damage. Celestial
Radiant damage.
damage.
He's just muttering that, like, behind the chair.
So this
And I
is
think you also rolled really high.
How would I get?
You got like a
19.
19 or something like that.
No, I only got 15.
15.
19.
You had the 19. So you would maybe not completely realize that this was all kind of divine in a sense, but you would recognize that that was definitely not any kind of zombie flash that you'd normally see. That was definitely some sort of
Right.
radiant magic.
I was gonna say I've seen enough magic that I recognize that wasn't anything necrotic or whatever.
exactly.
Like, that was
They're
radiant.
healthy
magic that I
back
just
to their souls are gone, but the body is perfectly healthy.
That's not healing.
Exactly. This abjuration. Right? So
Abjuration is not healing magic in general. It's
the
true.
only healing spell that's abjuration really is aid. And aid,
Restoration, right?
maybe there are other ones, but the only one I know of that off the top of my head is
the one that
is
felt
aid.
right.
And it doesn't care about the things that most healing magic cares about. It's very weird. So again,
Okay.
Bring it back wrong.
This is all wrong.
it's very wrong.
I think it's hilarious. Like we went to the Kobold place. Drogon, this is all wrong.
Yeah.
Going over here. This is all wrong.
Oh, yeah, buddy, it's like, this is all wrong.
But he's like, this magic is a bunch of bullcrap.
Like, it's fine magic. It's great
so
magic, right? But it's wrong.
That was that was Bartholomew's turn.
So it's Buddy.
So it is Buddy's turn. Yes.
Are those like stairs towards the back, or
Yes, these are stairs heading upwards.
is there noise coming from upstairs?
Give me a perception check.
There's
This
nothing.
would be the garbage roll. 21.
Yes, it doesn't feel rushed or hurried, but there is movement in the stairs. With a 21.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think Buddy will just kind of make his way across to kind of where the stairs are. Still kind of staying away from the undead.
Do you
wanna
want to
dash?
Yeah, you can use all your movement if you want.
35, 40,
Yeah, and just kind of see
45.
if he can see anything coming up or down the stairs.
When you're prone, can you take reactions?
No.
I don't think so. Yeah, so you could even get to the base of the stairs if you like. Do you want to go up them at all?
No.
You haven't.
What?
okay.
Wait, can you describe the staircase, please? Is it like steps with
Stone.
open?
It's
Open
wooden and it's wood and stone.
Oh,
Well, there's
okay.
like a hand. They're not gonna make a stone handrail.
They would.
Oh, would they? Okay.
I don't know. Would they make wood?
My
Or-
question is, could you get like underneath the stairs, and if somebody was coming down, could you like stab through?
No, there's a wall on the side.
It's like a
there.
solid.
Yeah.
It's a solid sort of wall kind of stairs.
Good question.
That is a good thought.
But you don't see anything from here. There's no people. You can see kind of the upper floor, but
A window and
Anything
like a
else?
tapestry and a plant.
okay.
Standard hallway sort of stuff, possibly. All right, so that's
Yolan.
Buddy's turn. Yolan, Drogon on deck.
I will, in frustration, I will punch this one.
The one in front of you that's
Yes.
prone. So you have an advantage.
Yeah, it's advantage on.
That's a 20 to hit
Yep.
Nice.
for 8 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Then I'm going to just use a bonus action unarmed strike. I'm not going to do flurry of blows, just
Okay.
one more attack.
Just one.
Ooh, net 1.
Oh.
Your hands fall.
You bent down to punch him, and
You're prone
are...
down next to him. You've kind of like fallen over with it. I don't feel like that's only fair. We proned him for his that one.
The floor
Turned
is
into
very...
a slap flight on
The floor is very polished. You underestimated how shiny the floor was.
Basically, these guys have been cleaning the floor nonstop. They come undead in here.
It used to
And
be
now,
rough
and now we're
wood,
here to mop the
rough
floor with
stone.
them.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
They're always waxing poetic.
No, stop.
No! Is that... Yeah, that is... I kind of want to shoot him for mopping the floor,
That probably
too.
needs more polish.
Hey!
Alright, I was going to refrain. But
Every time we're away for like a couple of weeks, it just amplifies
Comes back
the
with a
puns.
vengeance.
Yeah.
I need a reload. Anyone?
There's like a stack right here.
Thanks.
All
whiz.
right. Anything else you want? You do have
Technically, you
movement.
could stand back up with your movement.
I will use half my movement to stand back up.
Fantastic. He should have done that.
He probably could have.
Yep.
It's more fun to.
He's very dumb. Okay.
I mean, it makes sense that undead aren't really like doing a whole ton of thinking.
Yeah.
Next, Drogon.
I will first start off by emanating some shield. I will now probably give Snickers more health and shield than he does naturally.
Yeah. It is a much tighter pack. I think you can get everybody except
Everyone
for
but
Buddy.
Buddy.
Yeah.
10 temporary hit points.
Wow, that is
cool.
way
That is
more
like
than
double
Snickers.
Snickers normal. He's a
He's a
little guy.
kobold.
I mean, I know that, but hearing it out loud, it's like, oh, yikes.
He's just a
We should
kobold.
take him places.
Yeah.
That's why he's going to boarding
I'm trying to send him to boarding school.
Nobody will take him. I wonder why. Possibly because he tries to stab the people during the interviews.
I'm just picturing the interview. He's a fine boy. He's just a little misguided. He's stabbing me right now.
Literally a penknife.
I
in
mean,
my leg.
I told you he's misguided. I told him not to stab you. He did. Like, we gotta re-guide him to not
We
stab you.
took the knife away, and then he sharpened a stick with his teeth.
Oh my god.
I mean, I did teach him to be innovative. Think outside the box, as it were.
Shows ambition, initiative.
Creativity, even.
An engineering marvel for his kind, to be sure.
Speaking of Snickers, it is now their turn.
Oh, no, it's
Isn't
Drogon's
it?
turn.
Oh, Drogon. Oh, that's just part of your thing. Yes. Okay, the shield.
But wait, there's more.
Yes, there's
I'm
more.
going to, as an action, use Booming Blade on the one I'm next to.
Ooh.
Air quotes non-lethal.
Oh,
I don't want to kill it.
you don't want to kill this zombie?
Because I want to walk away and have it chase me and blow up.
Oh.
Interesting and devious.
Smart. Although, I will point out, it is currently within melee range of Rills and Bartholomew.
Well, if
So it
they
may
move
not
or
chase
something, we'll find.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, they just fall over unconscious if it's not lethal.
That is true. Are you going for just killing him then?
No,
Although
not
non-lethal.
Because
Okay.
that way it doesn't blow up on us.
That's true. Oh.
It's true. There you are. Homemade 20 with all the fixings.
Nice. That'll hit for
Very much
sure.
6 and an 8.
Imagine Drogon's yelling out, "Don't kill him!" Oh, what? Make up your mind. Don't kill him.
I would love that, like, no, we knock him out, and we all walk away, then we shoot him, and they blow up, and they don't hurt us.
In fact, we can pile them together, shoot one, and then it make a cool chain reaction.
The engineer and him just can't.
That's me dwarf.
How much damage?
This is considered a magic weapon because it is enchanted with the returning
Heck
thing.
yeah, that's true.
So this is going to be...
Oh, good boy.
Big yawns. Stop
13
it.
damage total.
13. All right, and that is this. It is still standing, but it is not looking in good condition.
So after the swing, I'm going to kind of point the axe at him, just kind of like... And I'm just going to use mobility to walk away now.
Ah, yeah, because you can do that free disengage.
I love mobility, it's so stupid.
Okay.
All right.
Shield purposes.
Snickers feels invigorated and runs over here and stabs the one that's on the ground.
Snickers, no! Don't kill it! Do you got it? What are you doing?
He's never felt more
Stab
powerful.
it!
He died doing what he loved.
14.
Boy, I love stabbing!
It's gonna hit.
3, absolutely gonna
Snickers
hit.
is gonna hit.
Well, let's put it into the thing. Where's my good roll? There it is. Oh no, that's 1d4, not a d6. 3.
You rolled the same number on both.
5 piercing
Okay.
damage.
All right.
Still alive?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's only the second time it's been hit, I believe.
Okay.
So that's Snickers, and then
Just gonna stand up. We got 3 people making attacks here.
yeah.
Yeah, it's moving.
Hmm?
You should put that thing on.
They gotta move 5 feet.
Oh,
It's actually
It
It
specifies
has to move this
Yeah.
from the square. That
that'd
it's
be awesome. And I can prone you blow up.
The one that Rills has is movement or if it attacks, which
That
we-
is-
because they're pretty much guaranteed to do one of those things.
Yolan, 17 to hit.
Ooh, that's close.
Miss.
Fantastic.
AC of 18.
Uh,
Yeah. So the short one that just stood up swiped at him.
Yeah.
Okay. And then-
Drogon, 18 to hit.
yeah, that hits.
Alright. 4 bludgeoning. And
and then the one in front of Rill.
yeah, he's gonna go after Rules. That is gonna be a very big miss at Heroes. So punch goes across to you. Alright.
It is Rill's with
Okay.
Mark Bartholomew on deck.
Rills is going to shift her rapier to her offhand and use her mini crossbow to attack the undead that I have placed a seal on.
Okay, from behind Drogon. So you're shooting at this one?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you have disadvantage because of...
You are within
Ranged
5
attack
feet.
within threatened square.
Yeah.
You are currently in melee range with somebody else. Do you have like a feat or some ability that lets you not have?
There's crossbow mastery that lets you ignore it.
Because I know you have some.
Let me look at. I have
You have something that.
I have a thing that lets me attack people in melee range without taking disadvantage, but I don't have anything. Never mind. I'm just gonna rapier stab the guy.
Okay.
Okay. All right. That's
I forgot
acceptable.
about that restriction of when someone's
Yeah,
right
I
in
just
front
wasn't
of
sure
you
if
to interfere with your shot.
That is special ability. I wasn't sure if it applied to more than just the people within.
It
Okay.
it applies to the fact that I can shoot people point blank without
Yeah,
suffering the
Gotcha.
disadvantage.
Okay.
Rapier, go! Oh man,
Second
it was a
guessing.
good roll, but it was
that
bounce
roll
out.
because we play so much
I
Polish game.
I insist upon being consistent with this. Nat 20.
Hey,
okay.
That bounce out was good. All right.
Standard.
Max damage
nonsense that we
plus plus your roll.
Is 16 stabby damage.
What do you want to do? 100% kills it.
I feel like because Rose knows it's about to blow up, that she stabs and she's like, yeah, crap. It's like you can see it play across her face, like, oh no.
Yeah.
Rills and Mark Bartholomew make some dexterity saving throws.
Oh, okay. 23.
Nice.
Yeah,
You
that'll-
are okay.
11.
That is not okay. That
Temp
crap
HP.
has
Hopefully
definitely
it's not that bad.
blasted you
Worth it.
with
Go,
a
here's
So Rills' instinct was correct. This isn't going to be great.
You take 7 radiant damage.
Okay. It knocks my temp HP down.
that's right. You still have 3 temp
So at
HP.
least I have that going for me.
Mark, tell me.
Yeah. With a buddy on deck. Oh yes.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
There are 2 baddies still standing right here.
Yeah.
And then you
What
see
does that
Buddy
circle
with
say?
the-
I'm sorry.
That is the
I've placed a
Seal.
seal on her. In technical game terms, it is invisible except to me, but you'll notice it when you hit him and then he catches on fire too.
Mysteriously.
So yeah, I mean, like he is the closest too. Might as well smack him.
All right, so you'd like to step over to this side?
Yep.
Does that seem okay?
It's one of those things, in a very technical sense, you don't know when I've done it to someone, but you know that Rills has this thing she does.
24.
Nice,
Oh, yeah.
that'll hit for sure.
And I'm gonna stab you for 9 damage.
All right.
9 damage.
Plus an additional 4 fire damage as I
Nice.
burn the seal
Okay.
on it.
Okay. It looks slightly singed and unhappy.
And
Um,
I don't really
that,
know what specifies the
Buddy.
seal is.
Yeah.
If I scooch to the wall like that direction so I can still see up the stairs,
Uh-huh.
But then the enemy doesn't have time.
and like back a little bit.
Yes.
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I will toss a little paper airplane at
Something.
the.
The short one or the tall
short one, yeah.
The short one? Okay.
They blend in with the background like exactly. So I'm like, is
Yeah.
it there?
Yeah, right here, there.
I need a dexterity saving throw.
What are you doing?
Just figure flame.
Slightly different background. Does that help?
14 on the die.
That does not save.
All right, it takes whatever you're about to
I have
do.
a
to
negative
it.
2 to death.
It's just a cantrip, but it is 8.
Nice. Okay.
8 radiant damage.
All right.
They
It
have-
does look damaged by that.
Half.
Oh, okay.
Takes half magic?
It
From
takes
radiant.
half damage from radiant damage. Yeah.
Primary things about. Oh, I forgot. My seal damage is 2d6.
Oh.
Sorry. It takes 6 fire damage altogether.
Okay, so it was how much?
So adding how much?
How much are you adding?
It was 4 before, and I just rolled another 2.
Okay, so 2 more.
So, yeah,
Okay,
2 more damage. Sorry, that's
all good.
that's now at 5th level. I got to remember that it's 2d6 damage. But yeah, the extra damage is the main.
Okay, so that's Buddy's turn. This.
He'll just kind of turn his attention back to the stairs.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
All right.
Oh,
Yoleman with Drogon on deck.
thing.
There's 2 still standing.
5. Those things explode in a 5-foot radius? Is that.
I've
noticed.
you've seen a few of them explode, and it does seem to be
Yes.
right around it, and only right around it.
Should I do this?
Yeah. But that's a specific thing that I took that allows me to do this.
First attack, I'm going to make a shove attack on the guy in front of me.
Okay. This guy.
Yep.
All right, short guy.
Is that
That's
an attack roll or is that strength?
Well, I think
I think it's another
it's
opposed athletics.
post. Yeah.
No, chit chit.
That sounds right.
Athletics versus their athletics or acrobatics.
Yeah.
A special melee attack to shove a creature.
Instead of one attack,
Mm.
win an opposing athletics check. Disadvantage of trying to move to the side other than directly away from you.
Athletics. I've got a 10.
I have a gentleman's 20.
Fantastic.
That'll definitely. Do you want to shove him
5 feet.
5 feet away?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Then I'm going to shoot Radiant Sunbolt
Nice.
Okay. All right.
for a 16.
That'll hit.
That will hit.
8 Radiant.
8. Okay, so that does get halved.
Because they themselves are
They're
celestial and powered.
Celestine, yes.
That makes sense.
Did you want to do anything else?
I think that.
You have movement still if you wanted to position yourself elsewhere.
Yeah, I wanted to step back.
This one is technically
Oh, is it
in
like
range
range?
from you if you want to risk the attack.
Yeah, actually, I do.
Okay. You
'Cause-
want to step just this way?
Yeah.
How far? Or
Yeah.
just like that, or?
2 back.
That is
It's
a
gonna miss.
13
Yes,
to hit.
that's a miss. It swipes
Sometimes
at you and
just
misses.
gotta take the risk.
But now it has no reactions.
It,
Which is cool.
so yeah, Rogan.
Well, you keep moving anyway.
Is-
But Mark can. Oh, Mark can't move you.
I only get the mobility benefit of the guy I attack. So
But
if
he
there are
now
multiple
has
dudes-
used his reaction, so he technically don't have to worry.
Yes.
Do you tell us your review? Is it-
Okay.
I do. However, Mark has never used it.
Yeah, this is everybody else had a battle on a train. This is technically Bartholomew's first battle.
We should have always
The
had
level
that.
up.
He's always had hellish review things.
No, I've always had it.
That's a
Oh,
built-in
you've never-
tiefling thing.
Yeah. Oh.
So, like, I never really talked to my grandma about my infernal legacy, so I don't really know what I can do.
You have to get really angry about getting her.
I'm sure Buddy would.
I love picturing like it happening. Like so you're just like, ow, what the? You know, one day it's just gonna go off.
Watch it happen in a really inconvenient time, though. Like somebody, like an old lady bumps me in the grocery store. Pardon me, young.
That's so cursed.
So
I didn't know I was infernal until that grandma got toasty.
Oh man.
I'm gonna step up to this dude. I'm gonna take a swing on him.
The
guy
short
that
one?
got pushed.
Okay.
I'm going to go for a non-lethal with my booming blade strike. 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Eight damage altogether.
Okay.
And then, because of mobility.
That's your axe, right? That's magic.
Yep.
Okay.
How
So,
do
ma-
you want to
magic axe.
do this? You take him out.
Oh,
Yeah. How do you do that?
so because it was non-lethal, I imagine I kind of like hit him with it and it kind of, and then he just kind of crumples. He kind of just twitches there.
Okay. Yep, he is KO'd. Oh. Unconscious. Just because we sometimes have people who aren't
I will move
unconscious.
to that spot and I will use my temporary hit point barrier thingy.
Ah, yeah.
10 hit points again.
Oh, dang.
Consistently 7s on all 3 of those.
If you,
Back up to the
if you, yeah, if you need to recharge your 10 hit points, you can do that.
And also has Snickers.
Okay, wonderful.
I don't think he took
never
damage
felt
since.
healthier.
I think he was really, yeah, Snickers is glowing with vitality.
Okay, that's
and-
me.
All right. Snickers. Here's the
You
question.
yell
though.
at him to back off.
Does he go for the unconscious body laying right there?
Oh, yeah.
I think we need a roll for it.
No,
I think
I don't
DC
think you
15.
do. I think we know what Snickers does.
Wouldn't he? Does he have no self-preservation?
It's a kobold.
He's not. He's thinking which one of the. There's one that's up and moving around, and then there's one that's unconscious.
And
Which one is easier to stab? Is the level of thought going on in Snickers' head right now?
He's doing exactly what I taught him to.
And he just
Swings a lot.
dives down and stabs into
that's
that
an
guy.
auto crit, right?
Yes, he has
It-
crit.
So it doesn't matter. He's unconscious. Is knocked out.
But
so
I will say that like his
He's gonna have
because
to
he
make
has crit, I'm gonna say that he's fine.
Oh no!
so- yeah.
He definitely.
Boom! He goes in there. There's like an explosion, and you see him kind of blast back.
Oh yeah, I just rolled a nat 20
And-
for his dex, so he was fine.
And he's like over here, kind of like skidding onto the floor and looking at the knife and looking back at the thing, like.
Snickers! Snickers! That's not the knife doing that. That's something they're doing.
So far, I have rolled in a row d20s. Like I've rolled nat 20s twice in a row, twice. Like 2020 and then 2020 just now. Something is weird, and I'm not gonna roll any more tonight.
At this
I'm
point,
just not gonna touch it.
buddy, you do see coming towards down the stairs. There is a woman who's an acolyte. She's dressed in the same kind of robes. Walking directly behind her is the goddess Vespera. And Vespera, as you can hear her from the stairs, and you can see her coming around the corner and coming down here. We'll just do this and this. She just goes, "How dare you come into my house with violence?" And she puts her hands out and grabs around the neck of the acolyte in front of her and just goes, crack!
And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Well, what a nice lady.
Oh no! This one too.
It's weird because it's almost like she's got a Grateful Dead thing going on. Everybody's really happy with her, even though like half of them are dead.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank
That
you
is
for playing tonight.
good job. Good job ruining anything we could have possibly planned.
Yes.
You know what?
Making
This
it extremely interesting.
this is
Ruining
tradition,
GM
though.
plans
Like,
is a
this is your
fine
first time
odd-lot
ruining their
tradition.
Yeah. It's
Yep.
good.
Yeah.
You know, like we have a tradition on this side of the table of looking at Calvin's stuff and saying, "We see your campaign," and say, "Fuck that chick, we're going this way."
Being like, yeah, I can turn on it. Wait, well, that says destroy undead next to it too.
What's this note? Oh.
That was
Beautiful.
absolutely incredible.
What are the odds that they're below the... Oh, they are.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was
How
like,
this even works? Like, it's probably something else, right?
Yeah, it was more like that was the beginning of your like scientific process of eliminating possibilities, and this was like the least likely. And
Right,
just
you're like, look, maybe they're undead. Let's just try.
yeah, poof, dust. Beautiful.
Thanks for watching out there in the internet.
Yeah.
Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed watching through all this.
Leave a comment.
I
if
did
you're
forget to
watching
play
this
the intro
after.
today because it's been a while.
Maybe we should play it as the outro.
No, that's fine.
Oh.
You go watch a different one if you want to see that. But we will be theoretically tomorrow night
It could happen.
a one-shot potential total party kill against a blue dragon.
Either the players or the DM will be doing an inordinate amount of damage.
Oh my god! You know where to dagger back. The pun. You already used it in the Discord.
I did, but I have to share it with the people. The people need to know.
No.
Do they though?
Thank you
Oh,
for joining us again, and have a good night, everybody.
Thanks, everybody. Good night, Durable.